Alrighty. Who's ready to play?
Me.
Spree.
Let's do it.
Alright.
I'm ready.
Mr. Midas, tell us what happened last time.
Okay, so, we start off in the crack house, right? We all waking up. Koska's in Zora's room, which Midas finds out, and he's like really annoyed about it. And the whole morning is just Midas being one giant ball of annoyance and making it everybody's problem. Because he was getting mad at every simple little thing. Like, oh, you want to go scouting? Yeah, fuck you. Anyways, they bully Midas and tell him to get over it, and he kind of does. And so, they go off on their little journey. Because we wanted to head to Ballad.
Yes.
I don't have the map in front of me. We had to head to Ballad. I knew that. And to get there, we had to go through the Dunmis Woods. As we're going through the Dunmis Woods, though, we noticed that there was a lot of, let's say, it looked like a bloodshed happened, minus the blood. There was a lot of bodies, kind of like torn apart, a lot of teeth, a lot of skin. It was really yucky. So we look at this stuff. We're like, what the fuck is this? And we're like, I don't know. And then all of a sudden, bam! Big ass, nasty ass Boulet, whatever his name is. It's a big boy. He comes up and he starts fucking shit up. He starts like landing on people. Kore gets her shit whopped. And Midas comes in and saves the day and caves his head in. We all good. We're recovering from the fight. Koska starts feeding Kore good berries and everything's good, everything's we're better. We're cleaning up everybody's runes. And we're like, alright, all good, let's continue our journey. So we have the familiars and pets start scouting everything. And Hugin specifically is in the sky. He notices that the nature's being really weird. It's a lot more different, a lot more primal. Some areas are a lot more overgrown, while some areas dead, no longer here, deceased. And that is really weird because it wasn't like this before we was here. We don't connect the dots, and we're like, oh well, let's go take a little nappy nap. So we break out the crack house and we eat dinner and we talk about, all right, who's gonna do the first watch, and that's when we go into sleepy time. So the first group, Koska and the familiars, they take watch and things are getting awkward. They notice that the woods are being nasty, it's being sick, and the familiars are not happy with this, and neither is Koska. And Koska is starting to put the dots together, but a little bit too late, I fear, because now it's Kore's and Drag's watch, and Koska is like, yo, you getting this? This is weird, right? And Kore's like, and Drag is like, what? And eventually they're like, okay, so streets are saying that maybe it's because there was a dryad here that died, and now everything's fucked. And now they're like, wait, when was a dryad killed? Anywho, shit keeps getting weird, and now there's tapping at the windows and at the walls, and they're like, oh, that is so awkward. And instead of doing anything about it, they dip also. And they're like, Midas, Eladrin, wakey. And so, the duo takes watch, and Eladrin is kind of freaking out, but kind of like, let's go investigate. And Midas is like, are you fucking dumb? And Eladrin's like, well, yes. And he starts hearing the tapping, and he's like, ooh, what's that? Moves the curtains, bam! It's a fucking infected ass Last of Us bitch ass squirrel in the fucking window, and it's bashing his head against the window. And Eladrin is like, oh my god, we have to save the squirrel. And Midas is like, you fucking idiot, no. And so we try to ignore the squirrel, and the squirrel is like, bitch, you can't ignore me. And keeps bashing his head against the window, eventually cracking the window. And Midas is like, no, and mends the window. Meanwhile, an owl is like, ooh, snack time, and lands on the squirrel and tears that shit up. And the squirrel is like, bitch, you thought, and poof, blows up, and the owl hits the ground, and like this weird little fume stream thingy, it's like sprinkles out and about. It was really nasty. Anyways, me and Eladrin, we continue to yap it up like always, and the rest of the crew is sleeping, and everybody's vibing in their sleep until something starts being weird. Corey specifically was feeling something, like it was drawing her in, like something was calling out to her, except it wasn't to her. Maybe something deeper, maybe her patron. And that's where we ended.
Amazing recap. Give yourself a little inspiration point for that one.
Applause.
That's all.
Oh, it was immaculate.
Thank you very much.
I remember everything now.
Yeah, you were explaining it. It was happening again. I was like, oh my god, I forgot about that.
It's so funny because I actually had to. I remember the owl thing off the dome because I definitely didn't have that written down. I was like, wait a minute, that did happen.
I appreciate you putting that in.
You're welcome.
That's what the inspiration was for. That specific moment right there.
That detail.
The rest of it, though.
I knew. My DM senses were tingling, and it was like, you better remember this shit. And I was like, yes, sir.
All right, DM.
Alrighty. So, waking up to your second day in the Dunmis Woods, you guys remember that the last time you traveled through the Dunmis Woods, it took you about 4 days to get to Balland. And waking up to what you assume to be the morning, there's little sunlight breaking through the overgrown canopy of the Dunmis Woods, but your internal clocks are rarely ever off when it comes to waking up in the morning. Ore, what do you do when you first wake up in the morning after that dream you had of the voice calling out to you?
So, I think Corey would wake up feeling a bit disoriented because like she'd never felt anything like that before. And she just kind of like just very slowly get up, and it's just right on her mind like the whole time, like all she can think about, to the point where it's kind of like she goes downstairs, like tries to do her routine, but she's very clearly like very distracted. So she's just kind of like more so just pacing before she even starts cooking, just like trying to think about what it was that she saw in her dream and felt. And just is just very concerned, just very worried.
And as you are kind of just a little bit absent-mindedly, going into your routine of starting breakfast for everyone, Midas, you're very much likely awake at this time. Your elven trance kind of happening at the beginning of the night, and then probably not getting so much sleep after, what you guys saw with the squirrel and the owl. So you can kind of see Corey just kind of a little bit more quiet than usual, just kind of going about her business. But that's kind of what you notice when Corey first comes downstairs.
You look like shit.
You don't look much better, Midas.
Yeah, but you was asleep for longer, so what's your excuse?
If I told you, you would call me insane.
I would do that regardless.
Fair. It's just I had a dream last night, and do you remember the last time we came through the Dunmis Woods together, and we saw that lake with the statue of Shanti?
Yeah. Why?
Well, you remember I went to it and I had this I had this experience. I swore I could hear her like speaking to me. And in my dream, she wasn't speaking to me, but I felt this calling deep within the woods, and it just with everything that's going wrong with the woods, I know I said we need to stay on the path and everything, but I worry that something is very, very wrong, and maybe it's some kind of sign that I need to go and check it out. I don't really, I know I'm not making sense, but you just have to trust me on this, because the kinds of dreams that I have, they're the things I hear, the things I experience, they're very real.
I mean,
Also experience real things.
if it's on the, if it's on the way, I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, I'd rather not stay here anyways. I don't know if Eladrin told you yet, but we found that tapping that was happening.
Yes, we did.
What was it?
Oh,
I don't know if we should tell you right now.
It was a squirrel.
It was a squirrel.
Oh, just a squirrel?
It
Yeah.
was not maybe your most ordinary squirrel. Had a little bit of
It looked disturbed.
like something was bothering it.
Like, huh? Like,
Maybe he
let's
had a
just say,
headache.
it definitely had a headache. It was bashing his head against the window.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was not like an acorn. It was the head of the squirrel against the window, going knock, knock. See, I wanted to save the squirrel. I wanted to say, "Hey, little squirrel man, we are going to help you," but
I did not.
we did not. Was not allowed to do this.
That was the smart decision, because
Of course.
Mhm.
And
You
Yeah.
don't
then
know.
a squirrel
Those-
ate it anyways. At least I think. I don't know.
A
The squirrel
Squirrel
died.
that ate the squirrel?
I mean,
What?
owl. Sorry, owl
It's-
swooped in, and
Like- From the sky, like shoo, shoo,
and the squirrel took out the owl.
Huh?
it like blew up,
It blew up.
like it exploded,
Oh.
like a spontaneous combustion.
Oh God.
But
Like
maybe
when you
not-
say that, her like utensils kind of like fall a little bit. She's like, oh.
Not in flames. Not in flames. In fumes.
It just combusted into an spontaneous explosion.
Was it Eladrin? Was it spores?
Mist. It was like a mist.
What was it?
Spores.
But that's what Hugin and Pippi were running from. I mean, it's good that you didn't let it in, but that just goes to show it.
Oh
I
yeah,
need
it
to
cracked
follow.
the window and everything.
Oh, this is bad. This
I
is
Might
fixed the
just-
crack. Don't
Might
worry.
just fix the windows. Don't worry. was close.
Kolshka did tell me you all had to fight dryads.
I mean, that was a while ago.
Quite a long time ago.
But I think it's definitely related. My
Like a cousin.
parents used to tell me stories about how dryads are essential to maintaining the balance of the forest and life there, and that we need to be grateful for them and show our appreciation to those dryads and forest spirits.
Even when they try to kill us.
That was not in the stories. That was not at all in the stories. That was highly unusual. So that's what surprised me so much. That I think something must have started and affected them even before all this. But now that they're gone, it's even worse. That's all the more reason that we need to check this out, because what if it spreads further? What if more people get hurt? And it wouldn't sit right with me if we just kept going on to Baland and we didn't try to investigate.
Well,
Okay, I mean, that's fair, but like, once we do investigate, what are we gonna do about it? I don't know. I don't have enough fabric to contain spores.
Spores. There. Yeah, there.
Well, it may
There's a
not
lot of
just
them.
be spores. It could be something else that's causing all these strange things to happen, and spores are just like a symptom of the illness, not
That's
the
not help.
source.
Not helping your case.
Mm-mm.
The point is, I'm not sure what to do, but I mean that hasn't stopped us from trying to help before.
No, but we are kind of on a little bit of a timeline.
I know, but I just fear something very, very bad will happen if nobody does anything.
I mean,
I mean, so many people rely on the forest, and so many people travel through here. And
sure.
the worse that it gets, the harder it will be to travel. The animals, more animals could suffer. More creatures could come out. We just need to check things out. And now, if we don't find anything, so be it. But I just have this feeling. I can't shake it.
Okay. Well, well, you cannot shake the feeling.
And Corey kind of says, like, very, very softly under her breath, like so soft. She tries not to make sure anybody else can hear, but who knows? If your hearing is very good, maybe you could. But she kind of says very softly under her breath, bad enough that makes her afraid.
Can I hear her?
Like, did anybody hear?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this is a DC. I'm gonna say
It's almost a stealth. It's almost a
yeah. I'm trying to. Well, it's gonna be a perception. So you two can roll perception, and then I'll let you know if you pass or not.
Probably not.
Oh my god, it was almost a 19.
No, you guys don't hear it.
Nope.
Are you sure?
Almost certain of it.
Didn't hear it. All right.
And anyway, I do appreciate it if we could check it out.
But you don't know how far off the beaten trail it is. You just know it is that way.
I just know I feel it's somewhere deep in the woods. But I
Hooked
can
on a
only go off
feeling.
of a feeling. Yes. I suppose I am hooked on the feeling.
I am believing.
Koshka and Drag, you guys start making your way downstairs as well, as you can hear the three of your party members having a little conversation.
Anyway, so
Yeah, drag stretches all the way down the stairs to the kitchen and just loudly states over everything that's going on that she can't wait for breakfast and that what are we talking about?
what are we talking about? We're talking about the tapping that you and Kosha ignored and left for me and Midas to figure out last night during the watch. That is what we're talking about.
She looks and says, "Do I want to know what it was?"
Do you?
No.
Then it was nothing.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
She goes to sit down in the middle of the room.
Middle of the room.
Corey will serve up breakfast. It's definitely not her best. The eggs are a bit overcooked. The bacon, everything is a bit overcooked, honestly. She was very distracted.
Well done, eggs.
Drag says they're perfect.
Thank you, Drag.
and you guys have a little spot of breakfast and kind of gather your things and prepare for the day's journey. As you guys head outside of the Quack House, you kind of take a look first outside, maybe peeking out the windows a little bit, and you see that the spores that were outside lingering in the air are no longer there. Likely swept away by the morning breeze. And as you head outside, the musty smell of mushroom and decay still lingers there. And there's also an abundance of small mushrooms growing along the ground and up the trees to where the spores were suspended in the air. The first steps that you guys all take out the door are greeted by the crunch of small budding mushrooms grinding under your feet. There are a variety of different kinds of mushrooms sprouting up from the ground and along the sides of the trees, all of them with various patterns, shapes, and colors to them. As you head outside, Pippi kind of instinctively sniffs the ground and shakes his head back and forth and lets out a couple of sneezes. Then he looks back up to you, Koshka, before Pippi starts to follow the trail to the side of the house. And Midas, you know from last night where Pippi is heading. That's probably the location of that squirrel and an owl. Midas, do you say anything before Pippi rounds the corner?
But maybe we shouldn't run off so fast.
And Pippi's in like tracker mode, like nose is to the ground, just kind of sniffing and sneezing at the same time, and Bet puts his nose back down and sniffs again as he continues to head towards the side of the house.
Pippi?
Koska,
Yes.
you might want to get your dog. Get Pippi.
Well, it's not like he has a leash. He's his own person. What could he possibly be going after?
The
Mm,
this owl
An
remains.
exploded squirrel.
What?
An owl. The owl exploded with it.
And the remains of other animals. He's going after some guts. He's probably wanting breakfast too.
Oh no.
Probably
Okay.
shouldn't let him go over there.
Okay, well, I will try to wrangle him, but I am almost the same size as him, so wish me luck. Okay, thank you for your help. And then she like runs after him.
Yeah, you-
Like, tries to like pull him back.
Yeah,
to-
you kind of catch Pippi like just as he's like starting to round the corner, and you kind of grab him by the haunches, his hind legs, and try to pull him back. But he's pretty adamant at trying to push forward. Do me a favor, Koshka, roll an athletics check against Pippi's athletics. So I'll roll for Pippi. You roll for yourself.
Woo, 13.
Do it.
All right.
It's gonna work. It's gonna be good.
Pippi rolled 18. So
Damn it.
you try your best to pull Pippi back, but his muscular legs just kind of drag you along, and he pulls you over towards the spot next to the side of the Quack House, kind of just outside Corey's kitchen window. And you see him he stops a little bit before something. His body's kind of blocking your view, Koshka. What do you want to do?
Well, if I'm like holding onto his haunches and he's like pulling me forward, I'm gonna like climb up on top of him if I can't stop him and like try to put my arm around his neck. But then in doing so, I would probably see what he's looking at.
Yeah, so at the side of the Quack House, you see there's a body of an owl that appears to have been, or appears to be kind of collapsed on top of a squirrel. What do you do when you see that?
Is Pippi stopped?
Yeah, Pippi's stopped. He's kind of like maybe about like five, like maybe like let's say like 3-ish, 4 feet away from it. Just kind of, just quizzically looking at it, kind of like sniffing the air from a little bit of a distance.
She casts speak with animals.
All right, you can't speak with animals.
Pippi, don't touch. And she's like right up by his ear, so she goes, Pippi, don't touch that. It's poison.
No, it doesn't smell really good either.
Yeah. Does it smell like what you smelled last night?
Yeah, pretty similar to what I smelled last night. It smells like it's been dead for hours or days even, but I don't know, Mom.
What is it making you feel? Is it making you feel uneasy or scared, or what do we think in here?
Well, definitely a little bit uneasy, that's for sure, and a little bit hungry, not gonna lie. But more uneasy than hungry.
Okay. And then she like reaches into her bag and like pulls out like some bread or something she has and gives it to him.
Nom 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 nom.
Yeah.
God.
And she's like, okay, well, just promise me that no matter when you see something like this, like if you see a dead animal in the woods, you just let me know and you don't eat it, okay? I don't want you to get sick.
Oh, okay, if I see something, say something.
Exactly, good boy. And if I don't have speak with animals, you just boop my little paw, okay? That's how I will know.
Oh, okay. But Ma, you should check this thing out. I mean, I'm kind of curious. I don't know. I don't know what this thing is, but this nose of mine is not letting me go. It needs to find the answers.
Okay, okay. So I'm investigating. Okay. All right. So she pulls like her old turban out of her backpack and kind of wraps it around her face. And then I think she's probably got a little dagger somewhere, I would assume. Oh, she'll just take one of her arrows and kind of like poke around and like flop the owl over, like off of the squirrel.
Yeah.
What is left of the squirrel.
So go ahead and make either. You can choose nature or investigation.
Oh, I might have accidentally rolled twice, so don't mind me.
All right.
21.
21. So as you kind of flip over the body of the owl, that was completely like splayed out, like just wings out, face like belly on top of this squirrel. You flip over the owl and getting a closer look at both of these animals. You didn't see what Midas and Eladrian had saw last night, but you see that there are really small mushrooms that have sprouted from the inside of the bodies of these animals, erupting and breaking through the surface of their hides as their bodies are completely motionless. You can see on the squirrel what looked like, could have been like little mushroom caps have seemingly like ruptured and popped, where on the owl, these little mushrooms are kind of like breaking out through its chest, breaking out through its beak and its eyes. Pretty much like every orifice, there are these little mushrooms coming out of it.
She's gonna tell Pippi, back up a little bit, Pippi. I'm just going to see something, okay? And then he backs up, I would assume. And she pokes one of the mushrooms that's growing out of the chest just to see if like any spores come out or anything. And then jumps back immediately.
Yeah, you kind of press. You kind of use like the full length of the shaft of the arrow to kind of give you a little bit of a reach with it, and you press one of the mushrooms, and it just kind of very easily bends back towards bends back against the pressure that you're placing against the mushroom. And as you kind of quickly jump back and away, the mushroom just kind of flaps back to its upright position. no spores or anything like that are released that you can see.
She's then gonna call like everybody over and be like, "Hey guys, come look at this."
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Yeah, Corey will go and check it out too with Hugin.
It looks like whatever it was last night, it's invaded their body with mushrooms, and now mushrooms are growing out everywhere.
Oh
So-
no.
So it looks like the does it look like the squirrel and the owl are like the epicenter of where the mushrooms started? Because there's mushrooms everywhere, right?
Yeah, like everywhere, like that whole, basically the forest has been blanketed with these mushrooms that have sprouted up essentially overnight. Koshka, you saw on that first watch, that whole kind of wave of
Okay.
spores come across the entirety of the forest floor, kind of surrounding around the quack house, and just kind of continuing onwards throughout the forest. So these creatures don't appear to be like epicenter of it. And you and Midas saw last night that the owl wasn't affected, but after it tried to get a little snacky snack, it definitely was affected then.
Can I get Hugin to like look and see if there's like a trail of these mushrooms around, like if there's like something we can follow, perhaps?
Yeah, so Hugin flies up, kind of towards like some of the higher up branches and looks around, and he kind of just telepathically, reaches into your mind, and you can hear him say, "Hey Ma, there's a couple of paths down that way, but there's still a lot of mushrooms all over the place, pretty much everywhere."
There's paths though. Okay, let me go to you. And she'll beckon for everybody to come follow me. Hugin found something. There's pathways.
Pathways, you say?
Pathways?
Paths of the mushrooms. Like where, so me and Koshka, our pets saw, and we saw these clouds of spores.
We're
And
not
so
following them, are we?
Go
I think
towards.
we should.
Are these any sort of mushrooms that you've seen before? I mean, you cook with mushrooms all the time, yes?
Mushrooms that can maybe release the spores?
Could I do a check for
Yeah, roll. You can do either nature or like history.
that? Okay, I'll do nature.
Do it big. Know about the
Ooh.
mushrooms. Know about them. Oh, shit!
Oh.
So there are a lot of different kind of mushrooms here,
Yeah.
like just like a multitude of colors with different patterns. Some look straight out of Super Mario, some are just like multicolored, like almost like Fae in nature. Some are darker colored, like you might even spot like an edible mushroom here or there that you've used in cooking before, but they are few and far between.
So this is not just one kind of mushroom. This is like a whole bunch of many different varieties.
Yes.
And it's just covering the forest.
Yep.
Yeah, so she'll say there's a couple, but this is mostly mushrooms, all kinds, and some I have seen before, some that look almost foreign or like Fae, and I some of them I've never seen, but there's not just one type, there's many. It's very bizarre.
Well, that's great.
So I definitely think we should follow it. It may lead us closer to what I saw in my dream. And she does explain to like Drag and Kushka and stuff. Like I had a weird dream last night, and but it felt more than that, like a calling, like something was calling me closer into the woods. It wasn't a nightmare, but it just feels important. And if we follow this path, it might bring us closer.
Okay, well, I trust your instinct. So I do think that we should try to maybe cover our faces with things as we are walking through these mushrooms, and because of the spores, it might not do much, but it would make me feel better if we at least tried to be safe. But
I agree. I can make up some masks.
That would be great.
So everybody could wear them. Eladrian.
You want me to wear a mask? You want me to cover this beautiful face?
Yes.
Would you rather die or explode?
Oh, explode. I mean, it's explode into fame.
That's not what. No.
Mask it is then.
Mm-hmm.
Can mine have glitter?
If you have your own glitter to put on it, yes.
I feel like
You know she does.
yeah, I was going to say, like, I feel like Drag does not go anywhere without her own glitter, so she's prepared.
I think Drag is made of glitter.
I agree with that. That statement is approved.
Or something. Well, just give me a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Don't forget to count yourself.
3,
No,
4,
really.
and the 5.
I have the stuff to do it in my room, so I will return. Don't leave, Eladrin,
I'm not going anywhere.
Pippi.
I'll do my best to ensure he does not leave.
Why does that not make me
Where do you expect me to go?
safe? Okay, I'll be back, and he's gonna run up to his room.
Yeah, you run up to your room and kind of start prepping the masks.
Yes.
Something very easy for you to do. And Corey, Hugin kind of reaches out to you telepathically once again, and from his perch a little bit higher up in the trees, you can kind of see him trying to get a good look ahead. And if you were to look through his eyes, he kind of invites you to do that.
Yep, I'll do that.
You can see, while you guys have traveled down the path of the Dunmis Woods before, but everything is very much like overgrown. There's like starting to have like vines are growing out from the base of the trees. These mushrooms kind of blanket the entire area, but you can see that there is like a gap of space in between these trees that you kind of have that familiarity with, that you probably would assume that following down this kind of opener area, I should say, is kind of like that path you guys had taken initially when you first came through the Dunmis Woods.
Okay, great. Yeah, she'll definitely look and keep that in mind. So whenever Midas does come back, she'll definitely mention it.
Yeah, Midas comes back in not too long. Just some very quick makeshift kind of bandana masks for everybody.
Excuse me.
Thank you so much, Midas.
Don't worry about it.
I saw something else through Hugin. There's a pathway that's definitely familiar from the last time that we all went through here together. I think we should follow down.
Okay, well, mask on, everybody. We're gonna do this.
And yeah, Jorge will lead the way with Hugin.
All right.
All right, here we go.
So it doesn't take you too long to kind of find that somewhat familiar path to get to Balan through the Dunmis Woods, but you all can see that there are many more mushrooms that are just completely spread out in this forest than there was yesterday. Seemingly, all of these mushrooms were growing overnight. Every step you take, you feel the mushrooms just kind of crunch underneath your boots. And you can even see that the leaves on the trees here have begun to change from a green color to a more yellow and orange. As you're all walking, everyone make a nature check for me.
All right.
Oh, -1.
Damn, I can't believe
All right. So, Koshka, you're trying your best to make sure Pippi doesn't get into anything he's not supposed to. But the rest of you, as you are walking through the forest, seeing the almost overnight change of all these mushrooms and the different colors here, it almost feels like the autumn season has forced itself upon the forest before its proper time. And for everyone that rolled above a 15, you can see that the areas near the base of the various trees here that have mushrooms sprouting out from them are also slowly leaking a brown tar-like sap.
Is there like a good sized tree that looks like it's good and old, like right next to us?
I mean, there's tons of trees all around
All right.
you.
I want to find like I'm just gonna reach down and touch the mushrooms, touch the mushrooms and the tree, the base of the tree, trying to and cast speak with plants.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
That's cool. That's so cool.
All right, yeah. So you cast speak with plants.
And I just want to kind of ask the tree, like, ask the tree what's going on, like what it's feeling, why it's feeling the way it's feeling, or whatever. See if it can tell me what's going on with the goop coming out of it. And then I want to ask the mushroom some questions too, but we'll get there after the tree.
I want to interrogate some mushrooms. Let me just see something. I just want to quickly look up the speak with plant spell. Ooh, okay. Okay. So, you're talking to the tree first?
Yeah, we'll talk to tree first.
Okay. As soon as you kind of, touch the tree, and you kind of hear it speak to you, but the first thing you hear is just like the nastiest smoker's cough you can imagine, like just phlegm, like that's just caught in the back of the throat, just and
My God.
And you just hear it say, oh. It's just like moaning.
Are you hurt?
Oh, I feel sick.
You're leaking.
Oh, can you put it back in?
Is it something that you need? Is this like your life blood drifting away here? What is this? What are you leaking?
What? I can't bend over. What does it look like?
It's brown goop.
Oh, that's very important.
Sludge. Of course, my tree friend. Of course, what has happened? Do you know what has happened to you? Do you know why you are sick all of a sudden?
Oh, It was a few moons ago, but something happened
Yes?
to the protector.
The protector. The protector of the forest?
Yes, they keep us healthy.
Where does the protector usually live? Which way?
Well, they're usually way farther deeper into the forest.
This way. The same way we are going. Good. Okay. The protector is the protector a human?
No, the protector is the tree folk.
The tree folk. The dryads?
I've heard I've heard travelers say that name before.
Of course, because you're a tree and people travel by you all the time and you don't get to move. So people travel. Of course, that's why you're travelers. Yes. Okay. Thank you, tree. All right. So I'm going to just explain everything that's happened in as much detail as Ladrin would normally give everyone. So you guys now know that this goop is important goop. We need to try to get it back into the trees somehow. But there's a protector that's happened. I don't think that we killed the maybe we did kill the protector. I'm not sure. But either way. So now I want to ask the mushrooms, like, we don't have to like go into conversation about it, but like I want to try to get a sense of the mushroom. Can they tell me where they came from? Like why they're growing here now?
So to summarize, the mushroom will basically tell you, like, they're very new, like a newborn mushroom. They literally just popped up overnight. But you hear them say that they were summoned here.
Okay. All right. These mushrooms have been summoned by something from somewhere. I don't. Do you have anything that you guys want to ask the mushrooms?
I'm sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the fact that you are speaking to the plants themselves.
Oh yes,
Never done that before.
It's a fairly new thing.
It's very helpful.
Picked it up along the way.
I'm not too sure. You said they mentioned the tree folk. They're deep in the forest.
The tree folk, the protectors, are deep in the forest. And that is why they feel sick. Is something has happened to the protector.
Can you ask them if we're going the right way?
He said it's the same direction that we've been going.
Okay, so we are going the right way.
Yes.
So, what are we gonna do if we find this protector?
Well, if we find the protector, hopefully we can heal him or help him out or her and let them so they can heal the forest. Right?
Mhm.
That's what we're doing this for?
Yeah, I mean, it could very well be in trouble. And I mean, clearly, whatever is happening here, it's not natural. Like you said, these mushrooms, they were summoned.
Never
Yes.
too late.
What?
What if we're too late? You
Well, we'll never know until we get there.
I mean,
Well, there-
yes, but we should go in with a plan.
Well, let's plan as we walk. Come on.
Yeah, Corey will keep walking and say, well, there has to be something that we can do. Whether it's something we fight or something we talk and try to reason with.
I'm very good at reasoning. We will definitely reason with it. I'm very good at that.
Well, okay. Well, unless you want to talk to, the flowers? The
We
weed?
can keep. Do you want to see which they want? Maybe they can be used for a special dye in your fabrics. You can ask them if they can be a special color. You like colors?
I do not need that. I already get my
Not for
fabrics
you.
pre-dyed.
Oh, pre-dyed. before you die.
If you're done here, Eladrin, we should keep
Oh.
moving.
Yeah, we are.
We
Yes,
have
of
to
course.
find someone. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Midas, looking around with that nature check that you got, there's like not a flower to be seen. Everything has been replaced by mushrooms.
Oof.
So
So fast.
so as you guys continue following the path, Koshka, you can see that Hippie is a lot more timid as he walks closely beside you. And Corey, you notice that Hugin is sticking close to you, either perched on your shoulder or just flying only like a few feet overhead of you. But I want everyone to make a perception check for me.
You got it, boss.
Calling it now.
Hey.
Kind of like that. The cherry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh damn! Look at us go.
Beautiful.
That's about right.
So as you all are walking, it's quiet. Too quiet. Too quiet for what you would expect to hear in a forest. The sounds of birds beating their wings as they glide from tree to tree, chirping to one another. The sound of animals, large and small, rustling through bushes as they scavenge for food to eat. None of those are here now. All that can be heard are your footsteps as they crunch the mushrooms beneath your feet, and the winds blowing through the trees, causing the crisp and dried out yellow and orange leaves to drop down to the forest floor. Not too far ahead of from where you're all walking, Midas and Eladrin, you guys recognize the mushrooms in the distance are the ones that were growing out of the squirrel from last night. Except these ones are larger. About the size of a ball that a child would kick around the streets of Vrento. And these bulbous mushrooms line this area for about 50 feet ahead of you. And looking to the left and right, there appears to be fields of them growing in each direction, blanketing the forest floor.
These are the same mushrooms that came out of the squirrel.
Yeah. Maybe we should just turn around. Maybe we should just brush our hands off, say that's a wrap for this forest. I think. Who are we to try to save the forest? The Lorac? I mean, who are we to save the forest?
Don't tell
We're
me you're
just
afraid.
weapons. Afraid? No, I like my innards in me.
There's nothing out here except a mushroom. It's not like the mushroom is going to open you up.
It's gonna make us open up.
I'm gonna ask them. How long has it been since? How long have we been walking?
You've passed the 10 minutes.
Damn. Okay. Oh,
The dog disagrees. Actually.
Hello?
there's Knowles.
So as you guys kind of, keep a little bit of distance from this just ever expanding just field of these bulbous mushrooms, the first animal that you've seen in a very long time, a chipmunk, can be seen coming out of a nearby shrub. And it scurries itself towards one of these bulb-like mushrooms, looking to kind of weave in between them. And as the chipmunk approaches, the bulb, reacting to the presence of the small animal, expands and pops, releasing spores around itself. And it's not long before the poor chipmunk falls over motionless after breathing the spores in.
Oh fuck!
Oh no.
How good are these masks? Are we gonna die?
How close are we to it?
You guys maybe were about like 15, 20 feet away when you saw the chipmunk kind of just scurry in front of you.
Well, the masks were made by me, so surely they are pretty adept at what they do. We should be fine. Just don't breathe too hard.
Pippi's and I are very close to ground level, so
Look up.
Look up.
okay. We'll try.
So I should also mention that there are like just absolutely clusters of these ball-like spores, all kind of very closely knit together. Walking through it, you would be bumping into them very easily.
That's what I thought.
Can we like climb the tree?
The
So-
dying trees.
So with your guys' perceptions that you all got over 20s, so you kind of look
Except for
up.
drag.
Yeah, you're there, Drag. You're okay. You're just like mourning the loss of that little chipmunk.
I am.
So the rest of you guys are looking around, and the trees in the area extend quite high above the bulb-like mushrooms and are fairly close together, maybe roughly about 5 to 10 feet apart from each other. And the trees appear to be about like 25 feet tall, so very quite high. And when that spore erupted, it looks like it covered like probably about 4 to 5 feet like around itself in like a little emanation. You guys also see that the trees that are closest to you, for about 10 to 15 feet into this field of mushrooms, have some wet and almost slick looking moss growing fairly high up the trunks of the trees. But past the moss covered trees and a little bit of the distance, maybe about 20 feet in, you can see that some of these trees have really thick vines that look like they could support someone's weight. And about 20 feet into the field of mushrooms, close by the base of a tree, there are a few bulbs that appear to have burst already. And you can kind of make out what appears to be the outlines of humanoid bodies there.
Humanoids. How far are they?
The humanoid bodies are probably like 20-ish, 25 feet into this 50-foot field of mushrooms in front of you.
Smack dab in the center. Well, do you guys see what I see?
I do. Can I walk 5 feet and then hop over the mushrooms the rest of the 15 feet to get to the bodies?
Keep in mind, like, the clusters are still like just numerous around the area. If you were to jump towards those bodies, these things will burst.
Still burst. Okay.
Go to that Czar. We will be flying.
I feel like Czar would just fireball everything.
Well, yes.
Yes, he would. Probably.
Okay, on that note, I do have an idea. Okay, hear me out. I need some feedback. So what if we cut down one of these trees that is within 25 feet and we let it fall into the mushrooms, and then the mushrooms will explode, creating a path. So when we cut down the tree, we run as fast and as far away as we can and let the tree break all the mushrooms.
This sounds as bad as the fireball.
Honestly, I prefer Fireball at this point, and I'm not a huge fan.
I could also blast them.
Oh my god, yes!
But
Okay.
We'll have to clear out. My spell has quite a bit of range, so I could theoretically do it from a safe distance that we could avoid the spores.
But we also don't know
Theoretically.
how long the spores are gonna last or be in the air.
Do we see the spores still from the one that the chipmunks set off?
Yep. They're just like
Okay.
suspended, like motionless in the air, just kind of surrounding about like 4 to 5 feet above these mushrooms. These mushrooms are probably about like like 3 feet high, like almost like Koshka size, basically.
I was
They're
gonna
really
say that.
big, okay.
Huge
The height
ass
of
fucking
Koshka.
mushroom.
That's
The
huge.
fuck?
Okay, that's bigger
It's
than
like
like a ball.
huge.
That's like that's
not a
Well,
blade.
so sorry, it's like the
It's a
stem,
bush.
like the stem of it, and then like at
It's
the
a
top
fucking
is
bush.
a big old ball,
Okay,
and
got
there's
it.
like just like hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds just spread out to like the right and left of you, but it goes forward about 50 feet.
Okay, well, that's a bad idea. That's a very, very bad idea. I think our best bet may be to go up and around.
It's still not too late. This is,
No, we're going. I need to get to the bottom of this. We could try one of the trees that doesn't have this wet moss. You see the vines up there? And she'll point it out to the people, like people who couldn't see very well.
The one person.
Right.
Yeah, the one person, the drag. We can try and get up there. It's safely above where the mushrooms and spores are.
Okay. Oh my god, I just sniffed and I can smell whipped cream. Oh, sorry.
These mushrooms
Okay.
smell like whipped cream and
Oh, it's
decay.
in my nose.
So who wants to? Are you guys climbing up? Is that the plan?
Yeah, Corey will try to climb up.
Yeah. So yeah,
Can
Corey.
I hop up?
Yeah. So getting up, like up the tree, is you can take your time getting up. There's no issues getting up. You're like climbing up a tree that's outside of the field here, and there's no problems with climbing up this first tree. You kind of get up, and there's like a very sturdy looking branch, maybe about like I would say 15 feet or so up, and you're able to get up there pretty easily.
Okay, cool. All right, that wasn't bad. Is there enough room for anybody else to come up to where I am?
I think you could probably fit like another person up there. I don't know about drag, but maybe someone else.
Drag needs her own trees.
Drag says she's standing right here on the ground.
Koshka will like cat shimmy up the tree with her claws.
Yeah, and you and Corey are kind of standing on this rather thick limb of the tree, and it very easily supports your weight. Pippi's like looking up from the ground, just standing next to Drag at the bottom of the tree.
And then, are there vines connecting it to another tree, where we had to like hop?
Yeah, so the vines are a little bit deeper into the field there. You can very probably you can make a jump to the next tree. Kind of that's only about 5 or 10 feet. Kind of it's a forest. The trees are pretty close to one another. So you are able to kind of make the jump, and you can probably like grab a hold of the tree or the branch.
Cool. Then yeah, Corey will just start moving like closer to where those vines are, so she'll just kind of go hop from tree to tree.
All right, so
Yeah.
hopping to the first tree, you're starting to kind of make the jump, and you're starting to get over top of the mushrooms here. So make you can choose either athletics or acrobatics.
All right. Do acrobatics.
All right. So you kind of brace yourself. Your Herringon legs, tight with muscles from hopping your whole life, are able to spring over and land successfully on another branch, and you kind of just grab hold of the tree just to steady yourself.
All right. Whew. And can this one only support me?
I mean, you could definitely, it could probably fit another person.
Okay. Koshka, come over this way. I could try and help you if you need it.
Okay. And then she kind of like does like as much of a run up before the jump as she can. I don't think there's very much room, but she's gonna try. And then when she jumps with her like claws out to grab onto the tree in worst case scenario.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics check.
And yeah, once Corey's balanced, she'll like try and hold
Oh,
out her arms
fuck.
just to try and catch her, just in case. Oh.
All right. So Koshka, you jump out towards the tree, and you kind of you slip a little bit when you first launch off, and Corey, you can see that she's not going to make this jump. But Koshka, roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, snap.
Wow.
So, Koshka, you jump, but are unable to make like the full distance. But you kind of dig your claws into the trunk of this tree. You don't quite make it to the branch, and you just kind of slowly start sliding down the moss of this tree's very slick. You're like slowly inching towards the mushrooms, but your claws dig in, and you're able to climb back up to the tree and be on the same branch as Kore. And the others that were that are currently watching, you kind of saw some of the bulbs underneath of Koshka almost like start swelling up a little bit, but then as she climbed up and away from them, they shrunk back down.
And it was when we breathed. It was when the squirrel breathed these spores that it died, right?
Well, you didn't see what happened to the squirrel
Or
the
chipmunk.
The chipmunk.
The chipmunk. Sorry.
Yeah, something happened to it.
okay.
So Corey and Koshka, you guys are on like this second branch. There's another tree in front of you that you could leap to, and then after that one, there's the trees that have like the vines able to be grabbed. So you guys got like one more jump to make.
Okay.
One jump.
All right. Corey looks at Koshka and then the others like behind, and she says, "All right, I'm gonna go for it." And yeah, she'll how far away, like how far of a jump is it? Is it the same like distance?
Yeah, it's about the same distance, so you kind of have a good gauge for how much effort you got to put into the jump.
Okay.
So you can make a athletics or a acrobatics check.
Cool.
Nice.
Very, very easily able to leap over to the next branch, and you kind of look back for waiting for Koshka.
Yep. Corey's absolutely a natural at this. Like, she looks like she's done this kind of thing all her life.
Koshka's like kind of beating herself up a little bit because she's like, I should be able to do this. I don't get it. So she's like getting frustrated with herself. So she's just gonna like run for it. 14.
All right, yeah. So you're able to jump kind of into, as like Corey kind of holds the tree trunk as best she can. She kind of holds an arm out for you, and you're able to jump and land successfully on the tree limb there.
Good job, Koshka.
Thank you, Miss Corey. I think I might be getting better.
So gauging where you guys are at, you kind of look down to see, kind of get a little bit of a lay of the land. And after that second jump, you're about, I would say, like 15 feet into this field of 50 feet. So you have about 35 feet remaining to get there. And you can see, as you guys look down to where those bulbs had already popped prior. Corey, you look down and you can see like two humanoid bodies, but they're a little bit familiar as you see the bodies of a couple of Herringons that didn't make it.
Oh no!
And-
Is it the big chunguses?
No, no, they stay in the city. But like you remember you saw like those other like Herringons
the
before.
racist ones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck them.
And there's mushrooms growing out of them as like they're the more like rabbit like anthropomorphic Herringons. You know, quite opposite of like what you look like.
Yeah, Corey looks very like surprised. And when she sees them, and like she's kind of bristles. She goes, "Oh my, I remembered them."
Who of them? She like points down at the bodies.
Yes, we encountered them along the way. They were not kind to me.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them.
Mhm.
Sucks to be them, but I
Well,
still want to check them out.
Okay. Well, I mean, at least they served this purpose for us in the end, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Always the optimist over here.
You know, something karma coming back around.
Well, you
Yeah.
know.
I can't say I feel particularly bad for them, but I do want to see if they have anything on them, anything of use.
You
and
can
maybe we could
see
figure things out.
that there are mushrooms like just very, very close to them. You know, going down there is probably not the best idea.
Okay, yeah, they're too close. Then yeah, okay, yep. She's like, never mind. It's too dangerous. Yeah, fuck them. She's just gonna leave. And she'll call out to the rest of the group like, it was the racist Herringons. They're dead. Oh well.
Fuck 'em.
Well,
So where you are, Kore and Koshka, the trees at this distance into the mushroom fields, now kind of looking a little bit forward, they have those thick vines that line the bark that kind of loop around the various branches of the trees. So those could possibly be used to your advantage, but there is like one more little jump that you might have to make in order to get to those trees that have the vines on them.
I'm sorry. There's what we could use to our advantage.
So right now you guys are on a tree that doesn't have any of these vines, but it looks like one more jump you could get to the trees that do have these really thick vines, and you could possibly Georgia the jungle your way out of the the mushroom field, possibly.
Cool. All right. Corey will just take a deep breath. He like, okay. And just go right for it. Just like she did last time.
Yep.
So yeah. make
So another
that-
jump, just like you're used to, about the same distance.
I'm crushing it.
Oh,
y'all.
Jesus.
You're like, watch this. You do a backflip. And
Yeah, literally backflipping over their fucking graves. Like,
you double middle finger as you do a backflip towards
yeah,
their bodies.
literally, like.
Okay,
and-
so
yeah, and
so
then you land on
Koshka
that
wants
side.
to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and then Koshka's like, "That looks so cool. I'm going to try it," but she's not had the best luck. So if this ends badly, she's probably gonna die. But here she goes. Oh, here she goes down to the mushrooms.
So you try to do a cool maneuver, just like Kore. You make the jump, but you kind of like, you know, like your chest lands on the limb of the tree. You kind of knock the wind out of yourself a little bit, but you make the jump.
Oh, Toshka. She'll help Toshka up. She's like, oh, it's okay. When I was a girl and trying to learn how to jump across the canopy, that happened. don't try to emulate me. I've done this for years.
But did I look cool?
Yes, you did. She'll like pat Koshka on the head.
Yeah, so now you guys are at the trees that have these really thick vines kind of just dangling from them. They 100% look like they could support, even Drag's body weight. So these are really like thick vines that have just been overgrown from whatever is going on in the forest.
Great. Then yeah, at this point, Corey will look back over to the group and say, "Come on! I know you all can do it!
You want us to climb the trees?
I mean, would you rather try and go around this minefield of mushrooms on the ground?"
Nope. Midas is gonna try to climb up immediately.
Yeah, you can get up the first tree, no problem. Take your time, even.
Ugh. This is gonna be fun.
All right, and Eladrin, Drag, what are you guys doing?
I'm tempted to just hold my breath and run through the mushrooms.
I knew you were thinking that. I knew it.
You can see
Jack
what
doesn't want to
happens.
go. She's looking down at Pippi and is like, what if we just stay here?
I feel like Pippi's down for like Drag is like his surrogate mom when Koshka runs off to go do stupid shit. So like he just is like, whatever you want, lady. So
So Midas, you're up there. Go ahead and you can make a athletics or acrobatics check
Ah, see it.
to make that first jump.
He's gonna. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I can do here. 1 second.
Corey will
Okay.
just be very encouraging, be like, "You can do it!"
Thanks. He is going to touch his heels and activate his enhanced ability Cat's Grace. So that way he has
Ooh.
advantage on dex checks and doesn't take damage from falling for 20 feet.
Awesome.
And then he is going to make the acrobatics check.
Beautiful. Add advantage. Go ahead.
Thank God. I used it.
So you make the first jump, and kind of like Koshka, it is not the most graceful landing. You kind of slap into this first tree, and
Oof.
you start to feel yourself kind of slipping and losing your grip. Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh.
The first one's the hardest.
First one's free.
All right. With a 14, you dig your metal hand into the tree and kind of anchor yourself as, once again, you kind of start very slowly sliding down towards the mushrooms. Eladrin and Drag, you guys can see the mushrooms just under Midas's feet are starting to kind of swell. But Midas, you're able to, pull yourself up just in the nick of time and get yourself onto the first branch.
Oh my God.
They seem to be drawn to people.
And Midas, you're up on the second branch there. So you have another jump. You got about 2 more jumps to get to where Koshka and Kore are.
Okay. All right. Here we go. See their jump again.
Yeah, learning from your first time, gauging how much effort you have to put into the jump, you're able to make it to the next branch. The next one in front of you is where Koshka and Kore are, and it doesn't look like it can support 3 people. So Kore and Koshka, what are you two gonna do?
Kore will lead the charge like she has been and start moving across the vines. Start swinging.
So you can you kind of like pluck one of the vines from the trees. Takes a little bit of a pull or two to kind of loosen enough length of vine to use kind of as a makeshift swing. Go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics check.
Yep. It'll always be acrobatics for me. I have a -1 to athletics.
Me too.
Can I add a +10, a D10? I have something for that. I have. So I have.
Scramble.
Yeah, I have Dark One's own luck. So once.
Can I add a D10 to that?
Yeah, I can add a D10.
Yeah, go ahead. You gotta get
snap.
you gotta get higher than 3 is what you're going for.
Yeah, me.
Can I add a D10?
Can I add a D10 to that?
Yeah.
That caught me so off guard. Like, what the fuck? What do you need? Yeah, add a D10.
Oh,
Beautiful. Yeah. So you start swinging. You feel it, like you feel the vine kind of like snap a little bit, just like you like a little jolt. You're like, oh no, and then it's able to carry you like about 15 feet forward. So you only have about maybe 20 so feet or like about 15 feet or so left of field in front of you.
You. Great. And then can I just do it again?
Yeah, there's another. You kind of throw the vine back, or Koshka could grab another one because that one.
Don't use that one, Koshka. Use a different one.
Yeah, and you can go ahead and roll again
Cool.
for the last swing.
I was like, hells no.
Yeah, so Corey, you kind of use the momentum. You kind of pull back a little bit and kind of run into it as much as you can, and you kind of at the bottom of the pendulum swing as it's just starting to come up, you let go and you clear the mushroom field.
All right. Woo. Okay, Koshka, your turn.
Okay, so Coach was pretty nervous because Corey was super good at this, and then that happened, so now she's really nervous. So she is going to roll
You can do it. Just don't look down.
athletics.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Whew. Okay.
So you kind of follow Corey's lead, grab a vine that seems pretty sturdy, and you swing, and you successfully land on the one tree in front of you, and you got one more to go to make it.
Oh damn! Look at her. She's in the world. Yeah.
You swing, and the momentum allows you to do a cool backflip in the air.
Hell yeah!
And you
Yes.
land on your feet
got
as cats do.
You did it.
Look at me picking up the skills. Come on, Pippi.
Pippi's just like at the start of the mushroom field, looks over to Drag and looks back to Koshka. Midas, you're at the kind of the second branch there. You can make another acrobatics check to jump over to where the start of the vines are.
Okay. Here goes nothing. Oh!
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh!
Wonderful.
Can I add a D10 to that?
That's
so-
been advantage.
So, Midas, you you jump, and as you are kind of just about to your foot's about to really press off, you didn't realize you're stepping on like some moss on the tree, and you press off and your foot slips out from under you, not giving you the full leverage that you need to make it all the way. You slam into the trunk of the tree. Make a dexterity saving throw for me as you kind of holding on, but you kind of feel your grip waning a little bit. Oh, but you dig in your hands to, as much as you physically can. And you stop yourself from sliding downwards and are able to kind of pull yourself up with a little bit of panic in your breath. But you are at the start of the vines portion here.
I did it. I did it. So another check.
Yep. As you kind of saw Koshka and Kore pluck a vine from the trees, you grab a hold of one and go for a swing. Easily able to do the first one.
See, I just wanted to keep you on your toes.
There's one more swing you gotta do.
Don't look down.
What?
I said don't look down.
And with the cat's grace, you clear the mushroom field and land next to Kore and Koshka.
That was nothing.
Good job.
I know.
You definitely almost fell. It's okay.
I did not. I was just seeing if y'all was paying attention.
Eladrian and Drag, you two are there. What do you guys want to do?
Drag, what do you want to do? Do you want to go across? Do you want to climb the trees and swing across the vines?
I don't think that tree will support me.
Oh, it'll be fine. Come on. Here, I will climb first, and you will climb behind me.
Well, what are we gonna do with Pippi?
Oh, Pippi! Throw her!
Oh, no.
No, Pippi can...
Pippi does have pretty long badger claws, so he
Pippi
might
can...
be able to climb, or he can backpack if you can carry him.
I can carry him.
We forgot about the backpack. Let's just have him roll up.
Pippi initiates backpack mode. Pippi also is the only one with a climb speed, so he can probably get around pretty easy.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Funny.
So maybe...
In fact, Pippi just starts climbing up on his own and just starts like jumping and just digging his claws into the woods. He's making it look easy. He's just like not a problem.
Wait
just
a minute!
Jumping over, digging his claws into the bark, climbing himself up. Like he's like climbing up high into the trees. So even if he jumps, he's got enough like distance to make it pretty easily. And before long, Pippi's on the other side. Just left you two in the dust.
There was no reason to hesitate, my little Pippi. You're such a good boy.
Drag goes charging up after Pippi, and then when she gets to the top and ready to swing, she all of a sudden gets nervous again. And she's like, wait a minute, how did I get up here? And then we just have to go for it.
Yeah. So you are at the start of this place. So you got to make a athletics or acrobatics check for this first jump.
Go athletics! And...
No.
All right. With a 9, you jump, but your nerves get the best of you, and you undershoot your jump, kind of landing against the trunk of a tree in front of you. And as you kind of try and claw yourself up, make a dexterity saving throw, which I think you get advantage at. I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't.
No.
I didn't want to roll today.
So you try and claw up this tree, but its moss covered trunk is not allowing you to get any grip as you slide down and Eladrian, you see the spores underneath begin to swell and swell as Drag slowly descends towards them. And Drag, you land at the base of this tree. And Eladrian, you and all of you guys see just a group of these spores just pop. And Drag, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, Drag, you take 10 poison damage as you inhale the spores, and you also gain the poison condition. And you kind of grab your weapons, your double-sided trident, and you kind of just start digging it into the tree as you kind of climb yourself up and land on and get yourself up onto this first branch here, coughing up a storm.
Yeah. She's shooting eye daggers at Eladrian.
What do you want from me? Probably could have helped.
And then she looks forward and she's like, I guess I gotta keep going. And so we try again.
So with the poison condition, you have disadvantage
No.
on all of your ability checks and attack rolls.
Oh no.
That is
all-
awful.
If only someone could bardically inspire somebody to help them out.
All right. Here's what we're going to. Is there a vine around me? There's no vines yet.
Not where you guys are. You guys have to do
Not
some
even-
jumping.
Do you have any? Does anybody have any? Okay. All right.
Oh.
I'm too late to the party here.
Can I use my cure wounds on myself?
Yeah, that'll heal some of your damage.
That won't heal me of poisoning.
It will not.
Dang it. Okay. Good try though. We're just gonna leave it alone for now because Lord knows we're gonna get more damage here. Sorry. Eladrian, are you going?
I'm gonna have to jump to the tree that you're on.
Oh, so I gotta go first. And acrobatics or
Athletics.
athletics?
At disadvantage.
Oh my goodness, we made a good roll.
Advantage.
Yeah, but you gotta roll another one, unfortunately, because it's at disadvantage.
I forgot. No.
Yeah. Oh no. God.
So you jump again, but as you're about to take the leap, another coughing spout kind of hits you. But you can make another dexterity saving throw. This is not at disadvantage. Yes, so you're able to, say, not today, not this time, and grab hold of the tree before you slip down again and pull yourself up.
Yeah, using that double-ended trident like pickaxes. How many more trees do we have to go?
So you got one more tree to jump to get to the vines.
Oh, goodness.
We
Okay.
have 3 more checks you have to do.
Oh, goodness. Okay, we're just going to go for it. Here we go. Hey!
That disadvantage, so you gotta roll another one.
I forgot! Oh, no.
So you jump again, but the poison is something that you're have never been used to, and you got to make another dexterity saving throw. But once again, no disadvantage on this one. Okay, yeah, you're once again able to pull yourself up before disaster strikes. So now you're at the part with the vines on the trees there. You can go ahead and make another athletics at disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh my god. Oh, the dice hate you.
So you swing, Drag. You swing, but you grab
This is crazy.
you grabbed a bad branch, but you kind of slam into one of the trunks of the trees that have a lot of vines that are wrapped around it, and you're able to grab hold of one of these vines and are able to pull yourself up. Very tired. You're very exhausted. You've been slamming into trees and such this entire time. So you got one more to do to clear the mushroom field.
she's like, not today, spores.
All right, roll one more. You could do it.
Leave it
All
here.
right. Yeah, and rather exhaustedly, you take the final swing, and you're able to clear the mushroom field. A little bit worse for wear.
She's got her hands up in a victory when she gets there.
You cough a little bit. You see people. You guys can see like little spores kind of cough out of her mouth.
Oh no.
Oh, Drag. You poor thing.
And there's one person left.
I'm just gonna hold my breath and walk through the path.
All right.
It was when she breathed in, right? So like I can hold my breath indefinitely as an air ganassi. So I'm just gonna do that and just walk right through everything and not breathe in any of the spores.
All right. So you take a big deep breath in. You kind of wrap the mask around your mouth as best you can, and
then
you go through.
I sprint I stare at the trees and I stare at the field. Like either one is a bad option for me, but we're just gonna go for it. And we run right through the mushrooms.
Yeah, go ahead. I want you to roll. I want you to just roll. It's gonna be a little bit of a luck check here to make sure
cool.
that you don't accidentally gasp. So
Yeah,
roll
like,
just a flat
something that
a flat D20. If you roll higher than 11, you're good.
I'll trip over the Harengon. Holy shit!
You trip over the
that's
Harengon
crazy.
bodies, and so here's what happens. Elijah, you start running in, and like as soon as you approach like the line of these mushrooms, even before you enter them, they start just popping and bursting all around you. Just boom, 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 boom. All you guys can see on the other side is just like clouds of these spores erupting everywhere. And as the legend keeps running, like some of it gets in his eyes, and he trips on the Harengon bodies and lands face first into like a stump. And the air gets knocked out of you as you take in like a deep breath. So roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Jesus
So
Christ.
we all saw that, right?
So
Yes, we did.
you take 5 points of poison damage as you inhale some of these spores. You do not get afflicted with the poison condition though.
Okay.
You quickly pick yourself up and try to start running again. Roll one more luck check. One more luck check for me.
Luck chuck.
Yes.
All right. You're able to kind of collect yourself, holding in what is like the biggest of coughs you're trying to hold in, but you're able to make it out. And as you come out of the field of spores, the rest of you guys, he's just like absolutely covered in these spores. Like he's just like blanketed in like a amber, orangey, brown,
Dust.
just like film of dusty spores.
Oh, you get back from me, and Hugin, can you kick up a dust of wind, like a gust, and just try to blow that shit off of it
Yeah, away from us.
away from us?
Hugin just like looks over to you, cockeyed. He's like, okay, I'm gonna try, Mom. And he starts flapping as best he can, and some of them come off of you, but there's a lot stuck to your clothes.
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
Does prestidigitate work in this situation?
It might, yeah.
Oh, I don't have it. I was just
I
wondering.
have it.
Okay.
I have
I have it
yeah.
also.
Oh my god, guys.
we're magic people. We can cast spells.
I'm a fucking Taylor.
Drag doesn't
Yeah.
either.
yeah.
Yeah. Corey
So, yeah.
will cast prestidigitation on him.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, the
Thank you.
spores just kind of just like plop to the ground off of your clothes and body.
Well, it was not that bad.
You're
Drag,
insane.
would you agree?
Drag's like coughing currently.
What'd you say?
Okay. Cover your mouth. Cover your mouth. Jesus.
She starts coughing right at him.
Ooh. He like backs up. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna fix this. He whips out one of his cloths and kind of like slowly approaches Drag. All right, Drag, don't fight back. Just keep your mouth closed, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then he like covers her face, almost like he's like you know how people like bring like a towel with chloroform and like try to like make people pass out. Imagine
Smother her.
Yeah, there's the word. Thank you. He starts like smothering her, but he's actually casting lesser restoration.
Nice.
Yeah, and
She's like struggling and is like, no.
He's like, no, it's okay, it's okay.
yeah, Drag, you kind of feel you feel that bronchitis clearing up.
Oh, and so she calms down.
Yeah, so you're no longer poisoned.
You should be good now.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, at least we made it through. Mostly unscathed.
At what cost?
I mean, we had our lives, so it's fine.
That's one way of putting it. I wouldn't say I was unscathed, though.
I said mostly.
Mostly. Just a little bit of scathing.
Yeah, a little. I mean, yeah. But let's carry on. Hopefully, we won't have to do that again.
Wasn't. Yes. Wasn't all that bad.
And yeah, Corey will lead the way again.
All right.
To see the wizard.
So continuing through the Dunmis Woods, along what you believe to be the path that you've treaded before on your way to Balland, it remains eerily calm as it has all day today. No noise aside from your own footsteps and the wind rustling through the canopy of the leaves above you. You've all been traveling for some time now since you first woke up this morning, and Corey, as you're walking along with the party through the Dunmis Woods, the same voice from last night calls out to you again, and only to you. Your patron feels unsettled once again inside of you, but you feel drawn to a place that you've been to before here in the Dunmis Woods. Do you follow the call?
Absolutely.
And what do you tell the rest of the group?
We're getting closer. I feel it.
Feel it.
Everybody follow me. I think I know where we're going.
Hell.
You know where we're going? You've been there before?
We all have.
We've
I
all
think-
been there.
I think so. Just trust me. This is a good voice. I mean, sorry. I know I sound crazy. Just trust me, okay?
A little bit, but that's okay. No more than normal.
And yeah, Corey will just go forward. She's like very like motivated now. She has like a pip in her step. She's kind of like almost hopping over towards closer to where she's being drawn to.
Yeah. All right. One sec. Okay. So you don't need Hugin to guide you there this time. The mysterious pull of the voice guides you through the woods. And traversing through the woods, there are some trees here that appear to be much more healthy than the rest of the woods, with lush and vibrant green and orange leaves above you. The tree bark is strong and healthy as well. None of the trees here have mushrooms growing around them, but the forest floor remains thick with vines and various different mushrooms seemingly blocking your path. But with minimal effort, you arrive at the spot where you feel the voice is strongest. You arrive at a clearing where once stood the small shrine to Shantea. However, your second visit here is not as pleasant as your first. The once pristine pond of crystal blue water has dried out, leaving only some small pebbles and sediment behind. The lush grass that surrounded the pond has begun to wither away, and some of the trees in the area have dropped all of their leaves, a skeleton compared to their former beauty. Mushrooms of multitudes of varieties, including the bulbous popping ones, have begun to penetrate the surrounding woods, heading towards the shrine and pond, but something is stopping their approach. What do you want to do?
So is it Shantea?
Yeah, it's
Is that how you-
Shantea. Yeah.
Shantea. Okay, got it. Yeah, Corey is just shocked at what she sees. She just pauses and like slowly just takes in the devastation that's occurred around here, and she, for the first time today, she does hesitate to move forward. Now, like suddenly, like not quite sure of herself anymore, what to do.
And you still hear the voice. While it was very strong when it was calling out to you, it almost sounds more like a whisper. And around where the pond used to be, you can see that small little epitaph that was there, that small little statue that was kind of on top of some rocks of that where that small statue of Shantea was once displayed. And as you kind of enter into this area, it seems like there's like a perimeter around this whole pond, this whole area, blocking the mushrooms from coming closer. And as you get closer to the statue that was once displayed with affection, you see that it's now toppled over and cracked in multiple pieces. But the hands of the statue that were once in a prayer are now cracked and opened up, and something is resting inside the palm of one of the statue's hands. What do you do?
Oh, I want to take a closer look at that. I want to pick it up.
Yeah, so in the palm of the statue's hand is a small but healthy looking acorn. And Corey, as you grab it and kind of hold it in your hand, you can feel like a small pulse of life coming from this acorn. There's a gentle warmth from this acorn, and the warmth slowly radiates into your hand and throughout your body. What's your kind of initial reaction when you feel that?
She's like almost shocked at first, because it definitely reminds her again of like whenever her patron reaches out to her, but like she kind of she flinches, but then she kind of calms down when she realizes how like warm and like pleasant it is. It's like a comforting warmth, not like fire, not like something destructive. And she like cradles it, and then she kind of looks around, and she kind of just says, just out loud, like, what do I do? I want the help. Is this, should I plant this? Like she's just kind of looking around, and like So yeah, she'll try and like find, so like this perimeter, it's like healthy, or is everything still dying around it? Like
It's
where the
like
statue is?
it's having you. It's almost like this area is losing the power struggle here,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense. So like where like the grass that's closest to the perimeter of these mushrooms is like withering and dying, allowing for like the mushrooms to kind of invade into this space.
Okay.
But like in the general area, maybe like let's say the pond is like the epicenter, this dried out pond, there's like 30 feet like around you. That is like just kind of normal grass, kind of similar to how the pond was before, but you know, much less lush, more withered, more dried out.
Then she'll try to like dig a hole in like the grass area.
Mm-hmm.
And just try to instinctually try and think like the most logical thing of like, okay, acorn, seed, plant, tree, kind of like, you know. So she'll kind of just do that of like just kind of digging, and then once the hole's deep enough, she'll try and like gently lower the acorn down and like plant it and like bury it.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
So as you kind of start digging the hole, and you know everyone else is kind of watching you do this, Hugin hops onto your shoulder just to kind of see what you're doing. And as you know you're kind of digging the hole, Hugin's just giving you that little, you know, the raven side eye, just kind of looking at what you're doing. And you place the acorn into the hole, and Hugin swoops down and plucks the acorn from the ground and swallows it down before you get a chance to help, or before you get a chance to stop him.
Hugin? Hugin, no, don't do that. And like she tries to like get like shake him, like, Hugin, why would you do that? No,
So
don't get it out.
you try and like grab onto Hugin, but he just like flaps away and just sits where the statue of Shantea was once there. And Kore, you feel something inside of you.
Kore, what's going on? Why can't I feel it anymore?
And
What?
And Hugin begins to shift around erratically, wings extending and folding in at strange angles, his head snapping from side to side, until finally, like a rooster crying in the morning time, Hugin's head shoots up and a small torrent of flames fires out from his beak, lasting a few seconds. And
Do we see this?
yeah, all of you guys see
Yeah,
this.
we don't see it.
What the
Oh my
the fuck
god,
is happening?
Corey's like screaming at this point, like trying to help, and like doesn't know what to do. Like she's just like terrified.
And Hugin, after a couple of seconds of this torrent of flame shooting out of its mouth, just goes back to acting normally. And Corey, you kind of rush over and take a look at Hugin, and something's different about him. Where he once had those dark red eyes to him, they've now changed to a bright green.
Hugin? And she's like crying. At least she's like trying to hold him. Like, Hugin, talk to me. What are you okay? What
And-
happened?
You can just kind of, you know, in your mind, he gets those like the lip smacking, and that tastes pretty good. That was a little bit spicy, but it tastes pretty good.
Why, Hugin? Are you hurt? Why did you do that?
I don't know, it looked pretty tasty, but you know what, Ma? You know, I feel pretty good. I almost like a little bit lighter. Yeah, I feel great.
Are you sure? What? How do you? How does it feel? I mean, you look different. You look changed.
But do I still look good?
I mean, You're still my handsome little raven. I just worry. You were shooting out fire. You were contorting. You were twisting, and like she's like trying to kind of mimic like kind of what happened. like you were doing this, and then you went caca, and then all this fire came out.
Yeah, I don't do too good with spicy foods. You know?
Spicy. But the acorn, I think I needed that. But that was important. It could have helped. I'm just glad I'm glad you're alive.
And for unbeknownst to you, the Hugin has now, in terms of his category of species, he's changed from a fiend type familiar to a fae type familiar.
Oh shit! All right, I'll have to change his. Be modified on his character sheet.
Mm-hmm. And what's everyone else's reaction to what they just saw?
Yeah, Corey's like she's just like she's like holding him and trying to just make sure he's like okay. She's like, that definitely was not okay. Like, what happened?
It just happened. I mean, I don't. We didn't hear anything. Did we hear Hugin talk, or was that just to you?
That's just telepathic.
That's
Okay.
what I thought. So we just saw this bird come down, grab this acorn, and then shoot fire like a phoenix for a solid minute, and then just be a good bird again. Like what?
Yeah, it's like
The straw is still on the ground.
yeah, Corey's
I
like
hope we're finding it.
yeah, Corey's like just has like tears down her eyes, like just looks very just like kind of rocking
What
him.
happened? What is going on? What just happened? What did we walk into? What is this?
I don't know.
Corey, you've got some splaining to do.
You think I know? You think I know what happened? I don't
You
know.
knew exactly. How did you know exactly to come here?
That's weird.
And what was that acorn?
And what was the corn of aching?
And the screaming of flames.
And the flaming spitting of the Hugans. And now he's got. Do we notice that his eyes are different? I mean,
if you take a close look at him, you could probably see that.
Something about him is different.
He's fucking green.
He's green.
I just it's like I said, I had a dream. There was this voice calling me to come closer and closer, and I followed it. I followed the path, and then I found this acorn, and it seemed like it had a life to it, like it was pulsing. It had some kind of, it felt magical, and so I thought maybe, since it's an acorn or a seed, maybe I could plant it and maybe something will grow from it that will help with the forest. But before I could do that, Hugin just came out of nowhere and just ate it. I didn't tell him to do that. He just did it on his own. He said, and then he said, I can talk to him, like sort of how Koshka talks to Pippi, but in my head. So I talked to him. I've been asking him how he feels, and he just says that he just feels fine. That it was just spicy.
Spicy, he says.
Yes, spicy. Can I
I'm
like?
kidding.
Can I like do like an Arcana check on him?
Yeah.
Like see
Go ahead.
like yeah, just like try and sense if anything that's different about him. Yeah, shit.
Something's different.
Yeah. Yeah, something about him is different. I've never seen anything like this happen. It's a familiar. I mean, I summon him with my magic, but it's something, I don't know. Something. This acorn changed him somehow.
Boy, should we be concerned?
I'm certainly concerned. I'm just scared. I don't want anything bad to happen.
So, Corey, one thing I will tell you, when Hugin ate the acorn, your patron spoke to you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard it all.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, she was like, she can't sense it anymore. She can't feel it anymore.
Feel you.
Yeah. Something has severed the connection between her and Hugin in terms of like how you draw your magic from her patron. Something has kind of separated that.
Got it. Okay. So, so yeah, Corey will kind of explain like that something, like Hugin is bound to me with my magic, but something, the connection, it's different. It's like he got cut off. But I don't know. Whatever it has to be connected to what I heard. I don't know how much I can even say. I'm scared. I don't know if I can tell you. I don't know if you'll believe me. You might hate me.
What?
Can she like kind of feel anything, like, because my patron is like kind of within? Can I feel anything, like is she just kind of dormant? Is she just kind of like, because she's always kind of there, right? But like, do I feel anything? Do I feel her, sense anything?
As you kind of broach the topic, so to speak, where you would normally feel her nagging presence, she shook from what happened. She's silent at this time. This is probably one of the few times where you don't feel the patron's presence like in the back of your mind.
Okay. Then Corey will take a deep breath and say, you guys might want to sit down with me. It's kind of a long story, but I think the only way we can move forward is if I tell it. And then maybe you'll understand. Is that okay?
Of course.
Oh God.
See if there's a.
Might as well actually like take a seat on the ground. Like he'll dust the ground off first before getting comfortable.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sit. Let's do it.
All right. Is everybody sitting down?
Oh yeah,
Yep.
this is like story
Okay.
time.
Cool. So, yes, the Corey just takes a few very deep breaths while holding Hugin. And she looks up at everyone. She looks at Midas specifically first, and she says, I know that we all said that we didn't, we weren't going to keep any secrets from each other.
You have a fucking sibling?
No, what? No.
Oh.
That don't. I don't have a sibling. I don't have a secret sibling. I don't have
Oh.
a secret anything.
Secrets
all
are
know.
fine. There's no secret siblings.
Okay. Well, I have a secret that I've been living with for a while. It was a little bit before I started this whole journey, before I was reached out to and chosen. I think I was chosen because of my magic, but it wasn't something that I was born with. I was just a normal paragon, just trying to survive. I lost my parents. I lost everything. And I was on my own for quite some time. And then I met Quinn at Vatican, and my life started to change for the better when she took me in. And back then, I was really bad at cooking too. I was terrible at it. I tried to learn as best I could from my mother, but I didn't have the same talent that she did. And so the only talent I really had was singing. So to try and make my way, I would sing in Quinn's tavern to try and get some, spare coin. And even before I met her, I would try and travel around singing to pay for a night at an inn or two. And that was how I got by. A lot of times I didn't eat. I was on my own. But I wanted to change that. And then I met Caspian through singing. And I would try to cook because I always had a dream. I always dreamt that I wanted to be a famous chef. I wanted to have a better life. Caspian, he would try everything that I made, no matter how bad it was. I set so many things on fire. So many things were burnt. But he always said that everything that I made with my hands was delicious. And he believed in me, and so did Quinn. So I kept going at it, but I was still just bad. And I had stayed in the tavern for about a year. I fell in love with Caspian, and he had promised me that he would make things better for us, that he would try and make it so we could have a great big house somewhere in Vrento, in the highest, the richest parts, and we'd have a beautiful life where I could do whatever I wanted, and I could be that famous chef. But then one day he left. He told me he would come back, and he never did. And then I realized I was going to have a baby. So then my life became not just trying to find a better life for myself, but for Des as well. So, and I wanted the world for my sweet Desdemona. So I tried to look for maybe a mentor or a class I could take. And in the town, there were some flyers posted for a cooking class that was being offered. And so I took it. It was for free. It was free cooking classes that anybody could take. So I did it. And so I signed up, and there were a few other people in the town that signed up as well, and and the chefs that I was learning from, they seemed fine enough. They seemed friendly, a bit eccentric, but I didn't really question it. You know, I've seen quite a lot of different people in my travels and singing. So I thought nothing of it. And so it was several classes that I took over the course of a few weeks, and the classes started pretty basic, just learning, about different types of foods, different preparing simple things. And then it got a bit weird. We started doing more with meat and blood, and I don't remember too much of the details of that I figured, well, maybe they're I don't know what these recipes were. They were nothing like anything I had learned growing up, but we were doing more with that, collecting blood, hunting, and uh, it just and then the chefs told us they wanted us to try these different recipes, and they just got stranger and stranger until one day I showed up, and the final course was offering some of our own blood. So, and it was for some grand meal that they were trying to prepare that we had been working towards the whole time. And they didn't tell us a whole lot, but I thought, well, I trust them. They seem nice. They wouldn't do anything wrong or bad. And so if I need to do this, and this is the only way I can be a great chef, then, I thought maybe it wouldn't be bad. And they told me it wouldn't be. And I trusted them. And it would just be a drop, a little pinch. And so I did it. And then and she pauses as she looks down and she takes a deep breath. They said a few words in a language I had never heard of. And before I realized it, I didn't even know, but they had set up a whole shrine. And all the blood that we had that had spilled from us getting cut or from the meat, all of that they had collected with our own, and they had this weird magical circle on the ground. Before I could do anything or say anything, they had finished chanting, and it was like a gate to the raging fires of the hells opened up right in their little shop, right in the kitchen. And everything changed. I ducked out. I heard, all I could hear, all I remember is the screams, the blood, everything. All the walls were red. And when I opened my eyes, I saw I was bleeding out. And there was just fire everywhere around me. And I remember there was a woman, a voice of a woman, through the flames, speaking, saying that I would be her perfect vessel if I wanted to live. All I needed to do was call out. And all I could think in that moment was I didn't want to die. I didn't want to leave my daughter. She was still so young, and I knew her father had left, and I couldn't leave her. I was all she had. So I said I wanted to live. And that woman, she told me that she could change my life and give me everything I had ever wanted. And then I let her in. And after that, I felt this excruciating pain. So much fire that like I was burning from the inside out. And then I felt fine. I felt better than I ever had before. And that was it. I had this book. I was given this tome, and some things started coming easier to me. And I really did learn a lot from those classes. They really did teach me how to cook, but they were those people. I think that they were worshiping her, whatever she is. I still don't really know her name or what she really looks like. But to keep living, I have to follow her. She is my patron. And she is the source of my magic. My recipe book, this tome, and she'll open it up and she's like, I write all of my precious recipes, but there are also spells from her that she had taught and passed down to those mages, those chefs or whatever. I think that they needed me and the other people that signed up for the classes as sacrifices for their evil spells. And I had no idea. But I'm here, and the best I can do is try and use my magic to help and do some kind of good, even though all it is fire and destruction and evil. I still just want to do good. I want to be better and try and make up for my mistakes. But if I go against her, she gets very, very upset and takes things away from me. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, this was before you came along, Koshka, but there was a point when I didn't listen to her. She really wanted the bracelet, the cursed bracelet that Midas had, and she wanted me to follow you. And so that's why I was sticking close to you. I don't know what she wanted to do with it. I tried to ask, she wouldn't tell me. She just wanted me to follow you. And when you got away, she got angry and took it out and punished me. And so she took away my sense of smell and my sense of taste. And she did it again when I left, when Desdemona got sick. She really hated that. She really wanted me to have this bracelet. But I told her no. I told her my daughter comes before anything else. She could take everything away from me. I didn't care. All I cared about was my daughter. So the whole time I was away, I didn't have any of my magic really I didn't have my sense of taste or smell. It was awful. I could barely hold anything down, but I just weathered it for Des. And when I started coming back, trying to find my way back to you all, that's when my magic came back. She was okay with that. I'm just so tired of being a slave to her. And I want so badly to be free from this. But I haven't been able to tell. She wouldn't. I couldn't tell. And even if I could, I was so scared that you all would hate me or think I was a monster. I'm sorry for keeping it from you.
Drag is just blown away by all the things that have happened.
Yeah, Kore's like just
wow.
quiet at this point. She's just holding Hugin.
Wow. Um. Huh.
How did you even cook that way?
I couldn't tell you. A lot of it is kind of a blur to me. I just did what they asked and told me to do, and I trusted them. And I just when you have nothing, when you're promised something better, you'll do anything. And so that's what I did. And it was really stupid.
Would
It
you
was
do it again?
really... No. No, I wouldn't.
Hmm.
I wish I could take it back.
Really? If you could go back and do it again, you wouldn't?
No! Knowing everything that happened, no. Elathrian, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Not even my worst enemy. This is not a life anybody should have to live.
Well, guess you don't have to deal with that anymore. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. Like that was in the past, and it's not like, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I guess I sort of connected the dots when your hair was like catch on fire. I don't know. Maybe you had like some tenacity in you. I don't know.
Ganassi, no. Just Harringons.
I've never seen a Haragon whose hair catch on fire. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah. I'm honestly kind of surprised that nobody had questioned it, or the tentacles of darkness from some kind of other plane or dimension that I can summon.
I caught that too. I just decided to mind my business.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I'm just so sorry.
For
But
what? We're not the ones who caught on fire of a sacrifice to some patron.
it's okay.
No, you fucking murdered everybody. Of course it's I didn't say that. I'm just saying that we're not the ones that needs the apology. But also, there's no point of, just being upset about it, because it looks like this happened a while ago, and think about all the good you've been doing so far. I think it balances out.
I'm just surprised. I was so sure that if I said anything that you all would try to, I don't know, attack me or
Yeah. What if you release your tentacles on us?
Attack
I'd
you?
never do that.
Also, you have attacked me before, so
Well, that's different.
how would I know?
Different.
What if you was 1 second from snapping?
I think that's you, Midas.
That's you. That's you.
What do you
You're
mean?
the snapping kind.
I am
Don't
not.
think. Okay.
I've never snapped. It's not about me right now.
Never snapped ever.
Never. But it's not about me.
What about you?
Anyways.
Well, so that brings us here. When I came here the first time, I didn't feel my patron's presence. I heard a calm, pleasant voice, and from this statue or around it, whatever is here, I think she protects the forest. And I mean, look around. These mushrooms, they aren't here yet. There's something to this place that's different. It's touched. And
So
yes?
Hugin's green now. Do you have a new patron?
Do you like green?
I do like green.
Because
I used
Hugin
but
came from your patron, no?
right.
And Hugin's green now, and we're in the forest. I was never good at math, but what if whatever Hugin did kind of like swapped out the patrons?
And
Instead of worshipping some demon fire lady, you're worshipping some demon plant lady.
that could be plausible.
Plant lady.
I don't think she's a demon. She doesn't sound like it.
She must be like some sort of a. Maybe she is. It was a seed. Yes, maybe it is a tree.
It was when I was here and I had prayed to the statue of Shantea. I remember saying or asking if there was any hope for me, if I could be saved, if I could be changed. And she said
What I'm getting from this is you need to stop praying to things.
Well, I mean, this though, this time feels different. Like, just hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. It feels different.
Might as well look back at everybody else. Don't worry, guys. We do not have to worry about tentacles. Instead of demon tentacles, we have to worry about demon vines. It's okay.
No! So much better.
So much better.
Look. I'm not trying to rush it. Look, I know this is different because my patron is scared of her.
Because that makes it so much better?
No,
Oh
but it could be something better.
Midas looks into the camera. Like, is this serious?
I mean, she's not a good person. So if she's scared of plants, I don't think the plants themselves are bad. I don't think I don't know. I just have a feeling.
If your enemy is scared of something, that means it's bigger than said enemy. And you're not scared. Oh my god. What did I get myself into?
No,
I used to just be a tailor. Now
Why just
I'm
hear me out?
fucking fighting otherworldly beings.
I know how it sounds.
It sounds
But-
terrible.
No, but Shantae is protecting this place. Don't you see? If she's protecting it
As a
and
cured
calling
drag
here,
from being
Ugh.
poisoned, I watched a squirrel explode in a chickmunk and an owl.
ugh.
Is that your protection? Because if so, you're fucked.
But what if that acorn was the key to helping? I don't know.
Did your patrons tell you that?
My patron.
Hmm?
The last thing she said was she can't feel it anymore. Which, and she looks over to
It.
Hugin. She points to him.
Yeah, we're fucked.
You can just winks back at you.
You're wow.
Hugin,
Well,
are you sure you feel okay? Can you talk? Can you just talk normally?
I feel great, Ma. It's for real.
her bird's broken.
He's not broken.
He's green.
He's just different.
Green.
During this whole conversation, you guys would be able to get a short rest if you want to roll some hit die.
Sweet.
I want my fucking spells.
Yeah.
Wasn't
I don't even have
that
any spells. I-
long of a story?
I get my luck back.
I'm over here healing people. I want my fucking spells.
So yeah, roll some hit die if you want to get some health back.
You think you're better than me?
Oh, was that rhetorical? I'm sorry.
Wow, you're all getting new abilities with the 2024 book. Chloe can get her spells back no matter what. And
I'm a warlock. Sorry, I'm a
that's how you
warlock.
don't. That's how you don't know what type of warlock you are anymore.
I literally don't know.
Eating my ass.
I mean, Corey will look at everybody. She's like, do I look different?
You look the same.
Am I green?
Minus repents, Cora.
Oh,
Her head.
what was that for?
Maybe your hair was a different color.
Is what? Sorry, you kind of cut out a little bit.
Ooh, that's embarrassing. I wanted to see if your hair was gonna catch on fire.
It doesn't work like that.
Obviously.
That's,
You could have said that before I pinched you, though.
I didn't know that. You were... Look.
How about this? And then he flicks her on the forehead.
Well, like Hugin, I look different when I let the patron in and I made that pact with her to live. She changed me.
Oh.
It's my eyes. My eyes weren't always red.
So they turned green now.
Are they green? I don't think. I don't feel different.
They
My
are
hair,
not. They are
it
not
is still-
green. Everything's the
Yeah,
same.
she looks at her hair, like the streak of hair, like she has is still red. She's like, yeah, I'm still the same. It's just Hugin.
Guess there's only one way to find out.
But I mean, I was called here for. I had to have been called here for a reason.
So
Let me just try something. Let me try.
Yeah.
She'll try to like, just close her eyes and try to silently pray.
I'm so happy you're letting your body be a microphone for different otherworldly beings.
what do you want to? What do you want to? What's a little prayer you're doing?
Yeah, she's just trying to call out to Shantae and just say, Shantae, please. Like in her mind, she's like, please help me. Give me guidance. How do I know? Tell me give me some kind of sign that you're good, that you can help. I want to help. I want to restore balance to this forest. It's dying. How do I know if you're a friend or if you're not?
So as you say that silent prayer, unbeknownst to all of you, distracted by Kore's story, the path behind you has slowly become overgrown with vines and those bulbous popping mushrooms. The silence of the Dunmis Woods is no longer there. As you can hear large footsteps getting closer and closer to you all. You can feel the ground tremble as whatever is coming will be here soon. The bend and snapping of trees and branches gets louder and louder as a huge, grotesque creature covered in mushrooms and tree branches rips through the tree line and enters into the clearing. As it gets closer, it towers over all of you. Wide jaws open, revealing sharpened teeth as its long arms swing by its side, releasing mushroom spores indiscriminately. Each step it takes causes small mushrooms to erupt from the ground instantly, polluting the area around the shrine that was once seemingly protected.
What?
Oh, for fuck's sakes! Am I just putting his mask on? Mask up, mask up, mask up!
Yeah, Corey's like pulling the mask on. She's like wide-eyed, terrified, like, oh no.
Yeah, like, oh shit.
Where is it? I know it's here. I can feel the magic of the forest.
The creature stares down at you all. Large yellow eyes as big as your heads take you in. The creature leans in and takes a large inhale.
You, trying to guard the last sliver of life this forest has? Well, it's too late. You cannot protect this place from me.
The creature shifts on the spot as moss and mushrooms slough off its body. It takes another deep inhale of your sense.
I can smell the magic of the brethren on you all. They will be pleased if I am to rid them of all of you. I claim this forest as one of the great calamities of Calypsis. This will be the domain of Fungoroth.
And Fungoroth steps forward, shaking the trees in the area. And I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Oh, thank God.
Oh
I was
my
really
God.
hoping you was not gonna end it on a cliffhanger. I was like, please, let me fight it, please.
Oh my god.
So, okay. Throwing Hugin?
Throwing Hugo.
Throwing you in?
We're cooked. I got a 1. We're cooked.
Correction.
No, we're-
You're cooked.
Mine is about to throw Corey.
It's like, you can fucking have it. I don't want to fucking be here.
Fungoroth.
Fungoroth? Alright.
Did the voice come through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
did.
This is
yeah.
excellent.
The
Came
whole
through
time I was
alright.
like, what the fuck is happening?
Also, so did like the footsteps.
The footsteps, yeah.
Ominous.
Oh, yeah, I was like,
Goose.
for a second I was like, is this the god, the fae? What the fuck is this?
I thought it was like maybe like a golem or something.
And I was thinking like a giant, even a fucking a troll maybe.
Yeah.
Well, you can take a
They're
look
really
at the
called
battle
Fungal
map.
Roth.
That fucking Fungoroth. What the fuck is this? Get this dude out of here!
That was the most evil laugh I've ever heard you do.
I know. That's that I'm scared and I'm not even there.
It's enormous.
It looks like we're in the lollipop forest.
Big
It's a-
enormous.
The
bro.
Lollipop Guild.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did the map update? That's
Yeah.
so awkward. Let me refresh.
It certainly did.
That's so embarrassing.
I'm cooked.
I'm on my way. Oh.
He's a big boy. Top of the round. Dreg, you see this large towering creature called Fungoroth appear and bringing with him variety of mushrooms. It is absolutely covered in mushrooms, various types, even some of those little bulbous popping mushrooms as well. But it is your turn. What do you want to do?
So,
Explode.
drag once.
Load.
Oh, I guess she's gonna run at it, and she's gonna swing her double-ended trident at it.
All right. You raging?
Yes, I want to rage first, and then run at him.
Good idea. Go for it.
Oh no.
A 12 does not hit as you kind of plunge the trident into it, but it feels like just like a mossy layer of and moss and fertilizer. Like you plunge into it and it feels like spongy almost.
Oh, gross. Oh, gross.
Yeah, go ahead and second attack there. Need a little bit better music for this one.
17 hit?
17 does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ten and some glitter angels.
Oh yeah. So as you plunge your dagger into this creature, you plunge through it and you hit through some of the mushrooms on its body as some spores shoot out, and you take 3 poison damage as some of these spores just shoot out at you.
So I'm poisoned too again.
No, you're not poisoned. You just took some poison damage.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
So that's 12 damage, isn't it? How much is your rage modifier? Is it 2 or 3?
Thought it was 2,
2? Okay.
but I'm gonna go read and make sure.
I believe it is. All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right. And is that everything for your turn?
Yes.
All right. Eladrian, you're up.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I going to scream in terror and then cast Chaos Bolt at level 2 at this thing.
Okay.
Chaos energy of creature range. So that was. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
Excellent.
So you cast your Chaos Bolt at the creature, but it does not strike. It kind of isn't effective against this creature. It is effective. It just doesn't hit them.
It doesn't hit him yet.
Yeah. But that is is that everything for you?
And
That's
then
your spell?
that's my spell, and then I'll give a bardic inspiration to our last in line over there, the one that was just giving us her life story. So Corey, yeah,
Awesome.
Thanks
All
so
right.
much.
A nice little bardic inspiration. Wink.
and don't forget it's magical. You get to use it for attack rolls.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, you know this now. If this thing fucking wrecks drag, I'm out.
Next up, it is Fungaroth's turn. And he's going to start moving a little bit, but he's large and lumbering and can't really get too far, but he pulls in about like 10 feet there. And Drag, you hitting him, he's going to attack you as you see just its large arms come up above its head and about to slam down against you. But you're able to just dive out of the way just in time as it strikes down with only an 11 to hit. But it's going to take the opportunity to strike at you again as the glitter angels circle around him. 18 to hit.
Oof.
And as its other arm kind of slams down on top of you, you take 12 bludgeoning damage, and that gets reduced to half damage.
Oh. Ouch.
And as a final action, you see Fungaroth grab a large mushroom spore off of its shoulder and hurls it towards the group of you guys here. Actually, it's going to hurl it towards Eladrian, who just struck at him. And it's going to... Oh, but with an 11 to hit, that does not hit Eladrian. Eladrian, you see, you kind of dive out of the way, and you see this spore just kind of erupt like those other spore clouds that you've seen before, but it quickly dissipates back into the ground. With that being its turn, Midas, you're up.
Midas is gonna give Corey a side eye as he gets in front of her. Let's see. Distance. What are we working with? Alright, he is going to cast Massive Missile. Yeah, okay, cool. One.
What level?
Two. First level. I don't got any more. So it's a 3.
And
Ignore that fourth one.
okay, so 10 total?
Yes.
All right, yeah, so you see the magic missiles erupt from your hand, and they pelt this creature, knock some mushrooms off it.
Yeah, yippee. And then with his bonus action, he's going to activate his defensive field.
All right, beautiful. Is that everything?
Yes.
All right, next up, Poshka.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action first and cast Ensnaring Strike.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna take a shot at its arms. How close are its arms together?
I mean, this thing is huge. It's like 15 feet tall, so its arms are like, I don't know, like 10 feet wide. Like its chest is like 10 feet wide, so it's not like its arms are close together.
Okay, so when she's looking at it, she's gonna aim for the right arm. And she's gonna use her Dryad bow. Are you fucking kidding? I got a 1.
Oh.
So your first shot just kind of goes through, like it's the arm that struck down on Dragonista, and it you try to shoot at it as it slams down on her, and the arrow just flies by. But you got a second attack as well.
Yeah. She's gonna be like, oh, well, we can always draw the other arm, and so she's gonna aim for the other arm. There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
26 will hit.
Okay, so we'll do the damage for that one. Okay, is 5, and then she is the ensnaring strike. She's casting it at 2nd level. Cast this one. Sorry, lots of clicking. Okay, so that's another 12 points of damage. Okay, and then let me read it because it's supposed to withhold him too. So, a writhing mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines until the spell ends. A larger creature has advantage on this saving throw. If the target succeeds on the save, the vines shrivel away.
Alright.
While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns.
Yeah, it rolled 21. It's a giant
Shut the
creature.
frick up.
The giant strong creature. So like your vines, kind of wrap around it, and you can see them like kind of rip off some mushrooms and moss off of its arms, but it just kind of snaps free of them, still taking the damage, but not ensnaring it.
Okay.
Um,
And can she tell Pippi to like hide?
I think that's like a bonus action to tell, or it has actions it can do, but I think it can only like dodge or disengage or something like that. Let me quickly see here. Okay, let's see.
You can command your primal action, take another your companion to take another action. The action can be one in its stat block or some other action. You can also sacrifice one of your attacks.
You have to use a bonus action to, instruct it to do like an attack or something like that.
Does it work for movement?
Yeah, like it can move like on its own. Like Pippi can just move somewhere. But and then it just takes the dodge action essentially.
Okay, I'm gonna move Pippi back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty, perfect. And he does the dodge action. Corey, you're up.
Awesome. Okay. Well, first thing I'm doing is backing the hell up. Let's see.
So you guys see like this perimeter of mushrooms that are around you. Think of it all as like those exploding mushrooms.
Okay, how far is it? Like just behind me, or like?
Like you got like like pretty much where like behind Pippi is a danger zone.
Okay, cool. Then I will back the hell up like here.
Yep.
And then I will cast Scorching Ray.
Yep.
So we're gonna do that. I get like 4 beams or something.
What level? It's
third.
Third left. Yeah. 4 beams.
Okay, so that's
14 does not hit.
It should be a +7. I don't know why when I hit cast it just did a flat, but it's +7.
Yeah, so that ray will hit.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna do it again. This time it should have the +7.
Yeah.
So that second one misses. Oh, that's a nat 20.
Woohoo!
Nice.
And that
Nice.
one hits.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do my damage for all of them. Sorry, it's being a bit slow.
Yeah, that's all right.
That would be the damage for the nat 21. Damn, that's max damage too.
Ooh.
Okay, and then that's the last one.
All right, so 28 points of fire damage. All right, so as you unleash the torrent of fire, you unleash the torrent of scorching rays, and you see it, strike at all over this Fungaroth's body, and as it strikes the body of it, you kind of feel like the fire was like almost snuffed out a little bit, like on impact, not dealing the full damage. But you also see Fungaroth kind of shake, and its body starts releasing all of these spores, and everyone within 30 feet of Fungaroth, which is basically everyone except Corey and Pippi, need to make a Constitution saving throw as spores just erupt from its body after taking that fire damage.
Gee. Sorry, a what saving throw? Constitution?
Constitution.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, well, shit.
I roll a flat d20 for Hugin. Oh.
Drag.
All right. Okay. Let me just see. All right. So the spores release seemingly as a response to those flaming attacks, and everyone in the area that failed the saving throw, so rolled lower than 14, which is Drag, Midas, and Koshka. You guys are going to take 14 poison damage. And you have the poisoned condition until the end of your next turn.
How do I put that on?
Yeah, I'll throw it on your stuff.
Oh, okay.
So poison is a disadvantage on your attacks until the end of your turn. And then the poison condition will go away. But Eladrian, you only take 7 poison damage for saving.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, you are not poisoned.
Perfect.
At the end of the round, Fungaroth yells out,
I am the master of the forest. The protector is gone, and all life here bends to my will.
and out of the forest, you guys see some creatures start spawning out.
Oh, excellent.
And they move only very slowly. They move towards you all. All right, and that is the next round.
Shiza.
All right. So you guys got combat tactics. Starting
Yeah, I was
now.
here that whole time. I was just groaning and complaining.
Wait, so
And,
so quick question. So wait, was Hugin not affected by that?
Seems okay.
Okay, all right, cool. I
Fantastic.
won't
Um,
question it.
Okay, so what do you think caused that? Was it the fire? Because if that's the case, Corey, stop it.
It may have.
I don't know. What do you think would like cause it to not spread? Like, does anyone have like a freezing thing?
I
If
mean,
fire makes it.
I do, but like it wouldn't be the best move for me in terms of damage output.
But then if you get close, you're gonna get poisoned.
That is true. So,
Yeah.
oh shit, I lied. I don't anymore. I took it off.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
poop.
I wonder
So,
if it was also just the impact of the fire. I don't know.
I don't know. Burning probably had something to do with it since it's a
Yeah.
plant.
And it.
I don't know.
Okay.
that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
I have nothing but like shooting my arrow, and I'm not getting any closer to him if possible.
I'm thinking me and Drag just fuck it up, and then y'all just keep the little ones off of us, I guess.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
on
try,
it.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
then
sounds good.
Galadriel, play support, heal us if we get too low.
I will do my best.
That way we're not losing damage output.
I can turn somebody invisible if they want, if that helps at all. I was thinking maybe Pippi, and then he could just go for the guys, the purple and yellow on the side.
But as soon as he attacks, he'll be visible.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. It's just, I guess it's no fire for now, and this is
Yeah, no fire.
let's just focus fire. Me and Drag focus fire, and then everybody else just keep the minis off because we don't know what they might be doing.
Okay.
DM, could I also usually Hugin moves like after I do. Could I move him back?
Yeah, yep.
Like, okay, cool. Alright.
Whoa, what was
Attacking the
that?
little guy.
Creature that receives this bonus. Please.
Alrighty. So top of the round, we're gonna start with a layer action as these
Damn it.
creatures emerging from the kind of the forest here. They just kind of move in very, very slowly, but they head in kind of towards you guys, and you see all of them kind of they're humanoid in shape, but they look apparently like they look just completely made of vines, and they just plunge their hands into the ground as you guys see wrong thing there. I need a vehicle. In these areas here, they create an area of difficult terrain around themselves. Here. All right. So they do that, and then yeah. So they are moving in closer to you guys. All right. Dragonista, you're up.
So yeah, I'm gonna stab it again. We're just gonna go for it.
All right.
And an 11 doesn't hit.
No, it does not.
Does a 19 hit?
Depends. Are you rolling at disadvantage because you're poisoned?
Oh, I forgot
That
to
was
put that on there.
then that was her first roll
Yep.
total, right?
Yep. So the first attack misses.
Okay, got it.
You can roll
Let
for
me
your.
put that poisoned on there.
So it's just until the end of your turn. You're poisoned.
Okay. Okay. So do it twice again, and that's not gonna hit because obviously I had a roll. So yeah,
So a 12.
I just look really mad, but don't do any damage.
Yeah, the spores. The spores are. You've experienced this before. The spores are making you cough up a lung here, and so you're unable to strike at this Fungaroth creature. Anything else you can do for your turn?
Nope.
Alrighty. Next up, Eladrian, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna cast slow,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if I can't put this. Oh my god, is that my square? How do I?
Ooh, that's a big square.
Yeah, so it's a 40-foot cube, right? So like, how do I twist it a little?
All right. So yeah, Fungaroth.
So let me get. So what I want to get is I want to get 3 of these guys. I probably can only get 3 of them.
Yeah, if you do that, that's good.
Yeah, and then let's delete this square because it's.
Yeah. So you can hit those guys.
They need to make wisdom saves of 15.
Yep. So Fungaroth fails. They all fail.
Excellent.
So is it -2 AC and there's other stuff? Oh, there it is.
Yep.
All right, keep going. All right. All right.
And then, and while I'm at it, I'll send a bardic inspiration to Midas also.
Alrighty. Midas with the bardics. All right. Anything else, Eladrin? Good turn. Good turn.
Thank you. I'm going to just kind of move a little bit down and out to the center. I'm over here. Yeah. I'm right there. I move
All right.
5 feet. Just kind of dancing around.
Beautiful.
Yahoo!
All right. Going, kind of moving a little bit more. It's going to try and strike at you, Midas, but it does have disadvantage because of Drag's glitter angels. So as it's bringing up its two large arms to try and swing down at you, it feels itself not able to move as quickly. But let's see. Ooh. So first attack is 18 to hit.
Oh wow, me to beat it.
Perfect. Very good. And then the second attack is okay. Yeah, the second attack misses, but the first one comes down at you and it hits you for 12 bludgeoning damage, but you're able to escape the second attack.
Oof, that's still a lot of damage.
He's a big boy. But that is going to be Fungaroth's turn. So Midas, you're up.
Yippee. Okay, well, now that it's, up fucking against Midas, goddamn, he is going to start punching at it.
And remember, you have disadvantage because you're poisoned.
I do have disadvantage, yes.
But this thing does have 2 less AC because of the slow.
Oh boy.
Come on, Midas.
First one
Punch him in
hits.
the throat. Yeah.
Alright.
You got it, Midas.
Yep.
That one missed.
Hit them again.
Oh no, that's the attack roll, sorry.
That's damage. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. You're right.
That one misses.
Wow.
That
Wow.
extra misses.
Oh, fuck. Oh. Wow.
That one
Okay.
does hit though.
Okay, that was the offhand.
Okay, so 15 damage. So Midas, as you punch into this thing and you connect twice, punching into it, this whole body is full of mushrooms, and your 2 strikes erupt 2 of these mushroom spores at you as you take 3 damage for each melee hit you make. So you take 6 poison damage.
Great.
And you're no longer poisoned.
Yippee.
So enthused.
So as you guys are doing battle against this creature, Eladrin, Kore, and Koshka, you guys hear from behind you something large and rustling and breaking and snapping through all the branches heading towards you guys as you see a large giant snake just emerge from here, and it charges towards you guys, and it gets very close to you all, but it slides and slithers past you and heads towards Fungaroth as it kind of jumps and tries to wrap around it. But Fungaroth is able to fight it off and throw it down to the ground. I'm probably gonna need a little bit of help here to manage this person.
What the fuck?
What the
Oh!
What's up, guys?
What the fuck?
Hey,
Holy.
How's it going?
Holy shit, Zar's a snake now.
Get a snake.
Turned into a snake.
Surprise! Another secret sibling.
Kills.
That's awesome. I was gonna say you can talk with animals, Koshka.
Just start screaming at it as it goes by.
All right, and it's your turn, Snake Man.
All right. Yeah. So you see this giant constrictor snake with like blue kind of dashing lines kind of all throughout it, and you can see kind of tattooed in its skin other kind of creatures and animals, and like some whitish tufts of hair on the top of its head. And he's gonna look at the big fungus monster and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to make a name for myself." And he's gonna with his action, he's going to kind of pound his tail into the ground, and a pack of rattlesnakes will kind of ethereal rattlesnakes will kind of rise up as he casts Conjure Animals.
All right.
Oh.
Throw that in the. All right, a dex save.
Yeah, it's a dex.
It's got disadvantage on dex saves because of the slow. Oh yeah, that's that'll be okay. So that's gonna do 19 damage.
Yep, 19 damage.
All right. Alrighty.
Where it
Perfect.
counts.
Alrighty. Yeah, so these snakes erupt all around Fungaroth, and they are just ripping and clawing into the mushrooms on its feet and just biting and piercing into him.
Kind of seeing that, he'll be like, "What do we got going on here? What is all this noise in the forest?"
I love it.
Holy shit.
All right, and is that everything, Giant Snake?
Yeah, that's all for me.
All right. Koshka, you're up.
Oh, good. Okay, I get to follow that. Okay. So I want to try something I haven't done before, which is I want to do summon beast at 2nd level. So I call forth the bestial spirit, and it manifests in an unoccupied space. Blah blah blah. It's a small creature, and then it has a stat block that's attached to it. Yeah. So that counts as like an action. So I want to do that first. But Kosha's gonna just kind of like feel like this weird like rumbling like in her like insides, kind of like at her heart, and then all of a sudden she just like lets out like this like terrifying like scream and screech kind of, and then as she does so, all of a sudden from the sky drops down like at lightning speed like this eagle. So she instantly like has never done it before, but all of a sudden it just kind of like comes to her that she's supposed to command this eagle to like help. So she just points over to the purple one over here and says go. So she like sends the eagle over to the purple one, but I can't move it. And I guess I just roll a d20 for that to see if it hit.
So it's so D your spell attack modifier to hit. So D20 plus 6.
Damn.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a 9. Math. So.
Yeah. So that is not enough to
Oh, wait a
hit this
second.
thing.
As long as it spawns, hold on. As long as it spawns, it gets. Give me 1 second. I saw something about it getting advantage. Where is it? I'm sorry, I was reading this and I just completely.
It's only for land creatures.
Of course it is. Sons of bitches. Yeah, that's pack tactics. You're right.
So this is a what level spell?
2.
Okay. Yeah. It only
So
gets
it only
one.
gets 1. Yeah.
Yep. That's your.
But it also,
action?
I guess, has flyby. Yeah, so it just kind of like flies by it.
Yeah.
Without provoking an opportunity attack.
Yeah. So it can kind of just swoop in and swoop out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then Pippi, I have like a whole army here, is also gonna run into the purple one.
Okay.
Sorry, there's like a bunch of stuff going on here.
Tell me about it.
No, oh my god. Just added 2 new characters to the fight here. Okay. So he's gonna roll. He's gonna go for a maul.
Okay.
Sorry, let me look here. He's gonna go for a charge, actually. So, he's moving at least 20 feet straight towards the target, and then hits with a maul attack on the same turn. Target takes an extra 1d6 slashing damage. So he's gonna charge and maul. So because he's far enough away, he can do the charge.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he's got how much movement speed? 40?
Yes.
Okay.
And I know that it's difficult terrain. So what does that do? Half it?
Yeah, so he is able to get there. He's able to charge kind of right through and be able to get to the creature.
Okay. Also, it's trying to roll 4 d20 right now, so just ignore that and look at the first one only. I don't know what's happening.
Thinking too much.
Yeah, so it would be a 6.
6 plus what?
Plus a 6.
So 12?
So 12. Yeah.
Okay, so 12 hits.
Hell yeah. Okay. It's not much, but I'll take it. Okay, and then so 5 feet, 1 target, 1d8 plus 5 slashing damage. So I gotta roll that first. D8. Where are ya? Okay. So 2 plus 5, that's 7. And then it's an extra 1d6 slashing damage. God. So that's 6.
Okay, that's
So 7 and 6,
that's enough
13.
to kill this thing.
Fuck yes, Pippi.
All right.
Okay.
And the vines below it kind of wither and dissipate into the ground.
Perfect. It's my boy. And Koshka is can she also move? Like,
Yeah.
could you move them both? Okay. So she's just gonna I can't move her. Oh. Okay, she's gonna move back kind of by the eagle and Pippi.
All right.
Once it's-
Hooray! You're up.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, so let's can do here. All right, I'll use my Eldritch Blast.
And who are you attacking?
One of this blue guy here.
Okay. Oh yeah, that'll hit him.
Yeah, that's the first beam.
How many did you get?
She gets 2 beams.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 10.
All right, so that yeah, so the roll the damage for the you know what, the damage is actually enough to kill this one blight here.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even have to roll, just dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely enough.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's see here. All right.
All right.
Okay, yeah, and then the second beam, your second Eldritch Blast, it wouldn't have hit anything anyways.
Okay,
Just
cool.
so you know.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
Cool. All right, top of the
I'll just
round.
keep Hugin with me.
Yeah, good idea. All right. So at the end of the round, Bungaroth is going to try. He's going to use epic legendary resistance just to see if he can break the slow spell. So he's just got to roll, and I'll roll it publicly here. He's got to roll higher than a 11. He does not. So he's still slowed.
Dang.
Sucker.
All right.
Got him, coach.
Stop the round. Combat tactics. Go ahead.
We're going in for the yellow guy, top right. Me and my crew.
All right. I don't know. Matt's back. Yay!
Yeah, I'm so glad.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm a snake.
Back. I'm dying.
I'm coming. I'll heal you.
I'm a save my ice.
You're to save mine.
Yeah, I can heal him.
Yeah. Yay!
Sweet.
Save Midas.
So if you wanna, if you can you do some more like control spells? Try and get him back, maybe slowed or.
Yeah. He's already slowed, so we'll. I can maybe command him to do something.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I missed that. My bad. I thought he broke it. Oops.
You good? Okay.
I think that's I think the circle works like that. Or let me see. Yeah, it's concentration, so you're concentrating. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. You guys go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Okay.
Yeah.
My conjure animals, my pack of snakes.
That's so
Hell
fucking
yeah.
sweet.
That's great. I'm gonna go for the little guy, but beside Fungalroth.
Nice.
I don't know why we want to punch anymore.
I don't think I wanna.
You guys are no longer
So-
poisoned.
Fine, you're fine.
No,
Run
no.
away! Run away!
Yeah.
What if Midas just goes boom?
Explodes.
Oh god! you literally explode.
Imagine. So Midas explodes, and he actually reveals he was a Warforged this whole time.
Oh my god.
All right. I'm gonna hit.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, top
Maybe.
of the round. These blights, little vine blights, are gonna get a little bit closer and closer, and they're gonna try and strike
Why?
at Midas
We ain't going?
and Drag. So they're gonna both attack at you guys. Oh, they both miss real bad. So these, you see there, like they both reach out like vines to try and ensnare you guys, but you're able to get out of the way or knock them out of the way before they're able to wrap you up. And that will be that. So Drag, you're up.
Well, Drag's going to go after the yellow guy with her Javelin of Lightning.
Okay.
And we're just going to try it. Is it a 21 hit?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
9 damages.
Homie gets
Hell
cooked.
yeah.
What?
Got cooked.
Got
Got
fried.
Obliterated.
Don't they have to do a save?
dead.
Oh,
He
he's
can't
dead.
save him. He's
I heard
dead.
him say that.
Already deleted.
Yeah, he's cooked.
He's not coming back.
Yeah.
Kill them harder.
Yes. Duh.
So you get a second attack still, Drag.
I guess I'm gonna swing at the big guy again.
Yeah, go for it.
19.
Oh yeah, that'll hit. Oh,
Ooh, max damage again.
Yes, 14 damages.
all right.
Come on, damages.
Damages.
And as you strike into it, spore toxins release from its body, and you take 3 points of damage, poison damage.
Oh. Chipping away at you.
It was worth it though.
All right. Next up is that everything, Drag?
Yes.
All right. Eladrian, you're up.
I'm gonna take this moment here to go ahead and cast Wither and Bloom
Ooh.
right
Ooh.
right in the middle of these motherfuckers. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this thing. So they need both this whatever this orange guy is and the mushroom man need to make a Constitution saving throw of 15.
All right. Oh. They both fail.
Excellent. They will both take 6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Why all the while any non-magical vegetation will wither. So I don't know if that ground mushroom under orange guy is magical or not. And then the bloom part is Midas. You get to, if you want to, you get to roll one of your unspent hit.
One of my unspent hit die.
And then it's that plus Eladrian's
Yeah, you
spell
can-
modifier.
Wow.
Yeah, so you get one of your unspent hit die, and then plus my spell modifier.
Yeah. And then the vines underneath the creature wither away.
Boo, 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 boo. Speaking.
Okay. Well.
And
Is it plus your spell testing modifier? Woo!
yeah, plus my modifier of 3.
3. Damn, you need to bump that up. Jokes. Thank you. Gracias.
All right, Eladrian, anything else?
No. Nope. I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
I say that my modifier is also 3.
All right. So next up, it is Fungoroth. So he's been hit by Midas. He's been hit by Drag. So he's got disadvantage on both of his attacks because of both of your abilities there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So he's going to he's still going to try and swing around at Dragonista. Because he's getting surrounded and trying to figure out what to do. So with disadvantage, oh damn. Still 18 to hit.
Oh,
Wow.
that
And,
is.
and you'll take 12 bludgeoning damage. And then the second attack, oh, that's going to be 17 to hit.
Hang on. If I read slow right, it says regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Oh, okay. Well, then the first one hits for 12 damage, and that's it.
Nice.
Okay.
Hey.
All right. That is his turn. Midas, you're up.
Oh, but it also gets
And-
to it at the end of its turn. It gets to roll for a wisdom save to see if it gets out of it.
Okay. Perfect.
And because if he ends his turn inside my conjuring animals, he takes another 3d10.
Oh shit.
If he fails a dex save.
All right. So what's the
Damn.
DC?
15 wisdom.
All right. Well, he got 16.
All right, no more slow then.
So he's no longer slowed. And then he doesn't have disadvantage on dex saves. But he only rolled an 8. So, roll damage again.
3d10.
Get him, coach.
Yeah, get
All
fucked.
right.
Eat a dick.
Did it roll?
Midas is gonna go boom. Midas
Right.
is gonna go over here.
Not yet, but go ahead, Midas.
Oh, just kidding. No boom. Okay, Midas is gonna move over there. And he is not gonna punch it, believe it or not. Instead, he is going to cast Thunder. He's gonna clap his hands. So, each creature within a 15 feet.
Gonna make a con save first.
Go
And it's just going for Fungaroth, right?
Is everything within a 15-foot cube of me.
Oh, cube. Okay, perfect. All right, give me a
Yeah,
sec. Give me
So
a sec.
Tree Bestie gets it too.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, yeah. It's gonna hit both. So con saves.
Yes.
All right. So the vine homie gets blown back, and kind of evaporates from the thunder. But Fungaroth is able to make the save, so he takes half damage.
Correct.
All right, so that's going to be 6 damage. So,
And it's not pushed.
and he's not pushed. This
And then
fungal guy is rooted deeply in
and
place.
with my bonus action, the runes on my clothing is gonna activate again, and I'm gonna cast Defensive Field.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Get that health back up, because I ain't dying. And that's it.
Aha!
All right,
Tell him.
giant snake.
For my giant slit snake eyes, who looks more fucked up, Drag or Midas?
Drag.
Drag a little bit
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Alright, so the giant snake will kind of keep its eye on the fungal monster, kind of slither over and look at Drag and be like, shit, forgot the accent. So, Michelle, are you friend or foe?
Friend.
Alright, I'll trust you. And he'll kind of he'll spit on you and cast Cure Wounds.
I'm so happy Midas can't see this.
I don't have hands, guys.
Is that second level or
Chapter
third
with
level?
your
Yeah, second
tail, like.
All right, 11 points of damage. Or sorry, 11 points of healing. Sorry.
Damage.
Damage. It was acid.
It was acid. Sorry. Whoops.
From Jungle Book.
That'll make you feel a little bit better.
Thank you, friend.
Midas look around the corner of Fungaroth like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that'll end my turn.
Alrighty, Coach guy. Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna send my eagle in. My blood eagle, and as I do so, my eyes are gonna be all glowy. Let's see here. Did I move it? Okay. I'm gonna send it to peck its eyeballs, specifically. Sorry. Page. Yeah. So let's roll for that, shall we?
Sure.
$12, and then it's plus my spellcasting modifier, which is 6, so 18.
18 will hit.
Hell yeah, it does. Okay, and then let's see. I guess you would qualify that as a maul. So that's 1d8 plus 4 plus 2.
Yeah.
You can't see what that says. So 6 plus 4, that's 10, plus 2, that's 12.
All right.
And because it has flyby, it's just gonna like
Swoop in, swoop out.
swoop in, swoop out. And then comes Pippi. Pippi's gonna do a charge at a mall again because he's 20 feet away. And he needs a d20. Pippi. So it's plus 6, which is 13. So I doubt that helps.
That does not hit. But Pippi's
Nope.
now up close and personal with him.
Yeah, I don't love that outcome. How far away is it from me? Oh. Okay, well, Kosha is gonna come kind of over to the side so she has better angle. And she's gonna shoot hers, which I think she only gets 1 of. Wait. When I summon the beast, does it take 1 action to make them move? Hold on. No, it doesn't. That's pretty freaking cool. It's a great spell. Okay, so she's gonna shoot her Dryad's bow at Big Boy. And she's gonna miss.
Yep. That's a miss.
Probably. Yeah. Then she's gonna yell, Pippi, get back here! But obviously he can't move, so without evoking an opportunity attack. So he's gonna stay there and just whimper.
All right.
Poor Pippi.
I know.
Okay. And with that, Coach... Corey, you're up.
Eldritch Blast!
Are we in the way?
No, you're good.
No.
Okay, cool.
You're short anyway, so it goes over you.
Perfect. Love that.
15
That one hit?
does not hit.
Okay. What about that one?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Mhm. 12
That's
damage.
12 damage. Yep.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That's it
Okay.
for me.
At the end of the round here, Fungoroth is going to kind of shout out,
I will not be defeated. I will make Calypsis proud.
and it once again kind of calls out to the forest as more of these kind of blights appear, but they pop up from the ground itself, kind of getting in close to you guys. And also, you see Fungoroth start to shake its body back and forth, and spores are released in a 30-foot diameter from him. A 30-foot
Well, shit.
emanation. So the only one that's safe is Kore. She's just out of the way here. So everybody has to make Constitution saving throws.
Uh-oh.
You know, for someone who got us in this mess, Caesar isn't confident
no.
enough for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god. It was almost on a 2.
All right. Eladrian, you save. Dreg fails. Koshka fails. Midas passes.
Yuck.
Roll
Should I
for...
roll for Pippi?
Yep. Roll for Pippi. Roll for your bird.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh, that's for Pippi.
Yep. So Pippi fails.
Oh, do they get a plus? He's not going to pass anyways, but...
No.
Bird gets a 12.
Bird fails.
Damn.
Everyone that fails takes 12 points of poison damage. And you are poisoned for the until the end of your turn. Those that passed, which is Midas and Aladrin, you guys only take 6 damage, 6 poison damage.
Damn, through my fucking temp. Okay.
All right.
Do I need to roll another con save for my conjure?
Yeah, roll concentration. Poshka, roll concentration as well for your bird. So 12 passes. Koshka, just roll a constitution saving throw. And then we'll get to the top of the round with combat tactics.
18.
All right, your bird stays.
Hell yeah.
All right. Stop there. Combat tactics. Go for it.
I think we should all just like aim for the big guy,
Yep.
Okay.
you know? And don't worry
No
about the big-
fire.
Yeah, no fire.
No. Oh,
No fire.
I like fire.
I like it.
I'm not gonna even use any spells. I'm just gonna punch it and just suffer the
take the hit.
consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my damage that I give punching is will like make up for it.
Oh, I have to take 12 damage for my poison, right?
Yep. And you're
Grab that.
poisoned. And Drag is
Okay.
poisoned. And Pippi's poisoned.
Oh, I gotta take the poison thing off. Sorry, I'm not poisoned.
All right.
Going to just
All right, top of the round. These viney creatures are going to. One's going to go for Corey. 12 does not hit. One is going to go for Eladrian.
No.
16.
It's
All right. On a 16, you take 9 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled and yoinked towards him.
jeez.
Drag, this one's going to try and go for you,
No.
but only a 12. And then Midas, one's going to go for you with a 14, so that one is not able to wrap around you. And that's going to be their turns. Drag, you're up.
Okay. Drag's gonna try and stab the big guy again.
Go for it.
Stabby, stabby. Oh. And she doesn't hit. And
Yeah, both don't hit. You're also
Yeah.
poisoned, so they would have been at disadvantage anyways. So you
Oh.
can roll 2 more times, see if you hit.
but it's probably unlikely right now.
Roll one more. Oh yeah,
Oh.
second one hits.
Yes. 7.
7 plus 2, right? So
2.
9.
Yes.
All right. Good stuff.
That's
All right.
it.
All right. Eladrian, you're up.
I am up, you say. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna cast slow again,
Okay.
and if I'm not mistaken, fit just about everybody into my square.
Let me do that.
That's everyone. Yep. Okay, everybody fits in the square, so square's gone.
So hold on a second. So okay, yeah, you can do that. No problem. So everyone fits in your square.
Yeah,
All right.
because it's just a verbal stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. Yeah. All right, Fungaroth passes, but 3 of these blights, 3 out of the 4 are slowed.
All right. Dang. So close, y'all.
All right, anything else? This thing's currently wrapped up on you.
No, I gotta. I'll send my last bardic inspiration out to this giant snake here.
All right, big old snake. All right. Next up, it is Fungaroth's turn, and
Snake.
he's going to go into a demonic rage, and he's gonna attack Bale Snake.
Big old snake.
My.
That's gonna
One
be
second.
24 to hit.
Oh,
Jeez.
And it's gonna do 12 bludgeoning damage.
yeah. Ouchie.
That's gonna be 25 to hit
Oh yeah.
for another 12 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my gosh.
And as Fungaroth, and roll 2 concentration checks as well.
Right.
That one pass.
Come on. Yeah.
All right, nice.
Nice.
So as
7.
oh, actually, how big are you? You're too big. All right,
Huge.
it can't engulf you. You're lucky.
Huh?
What?
Oh, don't worry about it. All right, that's gonna do that. Okay, and yeah, that's gonna be Fungaroth's turn. So, Midas, you're up.
I wonder what I'm gonna do. Once.
$18 hits.
Uh,
1 hits.
Damn. Once.
Miss.
Does it have to be?
God damn it.
16 hits.
PP. Okay. That's 1. A 2.
Ooh.
Jeez.
And a 3.
All right. 20 damage total, and you take 9 poison damage.
Okay.
All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Alrighty. Giant snake.
I will say because he ended his turn in my conjure animals, he has to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
Yes. Fail it, Fungaroth.
Doesn't he get like 3d10 or something every time?
Yeah,
He
is.
passes.
No, he doesn't. Lies.
Got 18. I rolled a 17 and 18 for him.
Jesus.
17, 18. Okay.
He's only got plus 1 the dex.
Nice. Okay. I will. Shit. Okay. I'm going to kind of look around at the situation and see like the crazy rage he just went into, and all the damage I just took, and I'll drop form into my regular form
Oh,
The reveal.
as a bonus action.
big reveal.
So yeah, you see a masked guy with blue and white tattoos and a nice long staff, and he looks pretty cool.
It does look cool.
And kind of as I drop it, I'd be like, "All right, you're really pissing me off now." And I'll kind of look into the sky, and the clouds will start kind of floating in, and they'll get darker and darker and darker. And I'll cast Call Lightning.
Hell yeah. You don't.
Is that
Yeah,
an
alright.
is that an attack roll or a dex save?
That is a what is it? A dex save.
Nice.
All right.
We
Eh.
already-
Luckily,
Oh, that means
every-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, that's does not cut it.
18 lightning damage.
How much? 18?
18, yes.
How you want to do this?
Oh,
Yes.
Rolls all up
that's-
in here.
That's the way to.
Shit. Looking
That's
like a
the way to
fucking
reveal it.
snake.
I feel like the new Corey.
Rolls all up in here. Who are you?
So you'll see kind of like the tattoos and tattoos kind of start to light up with like lightning, and the eye holes where the mask is will kind of go white until kind of raise his staff up to the clouds and bring it down. And as he brings it down, just a bolt of lightning will pierce through this fungus monster, burning it through and through.
Yeah, and as the lightning pierces through Fungara, it lets out just a giant yell towards the sky, a shriek in pain as like the mushrooms all over its body turn to ash as the lightning strikes it, and it just kind of starts almost dissolving into the ground as you can see its body kind of meld into the floor, the very ground itself, almost acting like a fertilizer as the area where its body starts to kind of slump over and mesh into the ground. Its body is still there, but around it where it is passed, fresh grass starts to bloom instantly around its body, and all of these other vine creatures start evaporating, dissolving into the ground as well, leaving fresh patches of grass where their bodies laid. And that's where we'll call it for the night.
We'll see it.
Yeah.
Because it's
shit.
late.
Yeah.
That is-
Yeah.
It is. That was awesome.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
That
What
was
a
so
fu-
crazy.
What a fun night.
What a way
Yeah.
to reveal yourself
What a-
too, and then just come
right.
out and be like, "Oh, I'm not a big snake. I'm a person with tattoos and lightning, and I will kill it."
Right.
Hey guys, missed
Nuts.
y'all.
Missed
I
you
know
so
what
much.
you are.
Crazy.
Hope everyone's doing good.
Yeah.
And
Hope you're doing all right.
the fucking snake.
I couldn't help myself, and Czar's, studying, learning how to heal his mom. So I hit up D-Train, and I was like, "Hey, get me in this shit. I need to play."
Give me this shit.
Give me this.
That's amazing.
Couldn't
Amazing.
stay away for long.
I don't know.
I
dude.
couldn't say no to him.
that
was
was great.
Insanely cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
yeah.
It was a great reentrance. You're really good at this, like leaving really dramatically, like coming back in really dramatically.
Yeah.
thing. It's definitely a vibe.
It's my favorite thing to do, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.